Against this right back, Charlie, definitely.
There's always just that active red flag defenders. I think it's like. There's always just that active red flag defenders. I think it's like. There's always just that active red flag defenders. I think it's like.
People deluded, I'm back again.
Come on, Ian. Come on. With an introduction like that, what more can I say? Just as Ian Wright said there, people deluded, I'm back again. It's West Ham United against Arsenal. It's EFL Cup action. We've got two big games this week. Obviously, first up is West Ham United and a trip to the London Stadium on the weekend, which again we'll be doing a watch along for. We play Newcastle United. Any talking points, questions, anything, people, get them in. Big up to you lot. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and in some cases, good night. It's a new month, new greetings and new blessings to you lot, man. So I'm sorry if you're a West Ham fan. Obviously, it's the Declan Rice derby as well. I'm sorry if you're a West Ham fan, but I think I speak for every Arsenal fan where I hope today is business as usual. We get the 3 points. In terms of the lineup, I'll get it done for you lot. I did see the alert on my phone. I think Jorginho and Fabio Vieira are starting. So we'll have to see. And I think someone actually commented it's a strong West Ham lineup as well. Where's that comment? Big up Frat in the building for that one. But yeah, he's right in that, or she's right, whoever, no disrespect. I expect a strong West Ham side. Obviously, you look at, I'm pretty sure, don't quote me, but Edson Alvarez and Paqueta, they're actually, you know, the bookings, the yellow cards that you get, or red cards in some cases, it doesn't carry through into this tournament. So Paqueta and Alvarez, they're ruled out of whoever West Ham are playing on the weekend. They actually can play today and play 90 minutes. And obviously penalties if need be, really and truly. Rice is on the bench, so it's not quite the Declan Rice derby. I guess we'll have to do it again where the Premier League's concerned. DG, any team sheet? Yeah, do you know what? I think that's my cue to do the boring part, people, of what you all probably want. Let's get the lineup done. Let's see exactly what's going on in that regards. Oh, well, it's not on Google yet. It makes it a tiny bit easier. But Ramsdale, Kiri, in fact, why don't I just go on Twitter and just show you like this yourself rather than just keep reading it out, or read it out where you can see something. You can tell it's been a long day. Where have you got there? Do you know what? Happy to see Kirill start, to be brutally honest with you lot, people, because arguably he deserves to start. He deserves more minutes per se. He's very unfortunate that, you know, you've got Gabriel and Saliba in front of you. At another club, you might get more time. Smith Rowe injured again. Really? One step forward and 10 steps back, man. I thought Emil Smith Rowe FC was ready to take off, man. But, you know, the flight has to have been delayed. As you can see here, people, and if I click it one more time, Ramsdale's back into the team. Ramsdale, White, Kirill, Gabriel, Zinchenko, Jorginho, Kai Havertz, Fabio Vieira, Reece Nelson, Trossard, and Nketiah. Bukayo Saka is on the bench, as is Martinelli, Martin Odegaard, Mohamed El Nene, Declan Rice, who could have been and may still play some part against his former team. Carl Hein ensures that David Raya's got the night off completely. Tomiyasu is there. And it feels like every cup game we play, somehow Cedric emerges from somewhere. So, yeah, shout out to Cedric. At this point, you have to support it. Still keeping my Smith Rowe stock. Show am I, man, but it's a big season. Knee injury. Well, that sounds like a new injury. So that's, you know, Gabriel Jesus, who's had a knee injury recently. I know he's got a hamstring at the moment. You've got Partey out with whatever he's out with. Jesus, now Smith Rowe. And it was a good opportunity for Smith Rowe to maybe make headwinds. I don't know, having got his first start in the league last week, or just starting for Arsenal full stop this season. I don't know if he would have started this game, but you would have imagined this is now a chance to make a mark. You know, Havertz, there's inconsistencies. Fabio Vieira's done all right this season. Apart from Declan Rice, it's open season where midfield's concerned. Partey's obviously a spanner in the works, but if he's not fit, he's irrelevant in that regard. So, boy, it's never nice to hear, but we're going to have to get on with it. It's as simple as that, man. We're just going to have to get on with it and find a way to really do this. You think with our midfield and Zinni at left back will be exposed with no defensive presence in midfield / left hand side? I mean, it's a risk. It's just like at Stamford Bridge. It's evidently a risk. You look at West Ham; they've got more than enough to trouble us. Not necessarily on the counter, giving us a game, but they can turn over the ball very quickly. And we know with Jorginho and Zinchenko, with the greatest of respect, their strengths are on the ball. With the ball at their feet, or when we've got possession, I'm not really surprised or scared. But yeah, naturally. But I'm sure Mikel Arteta would have seen this and he's got something to plan against this. I can't lie. I thought Tomiyasu might get a start today, but when you look at who we've got at the weekend in Newcastle, I'm not going to lie. Zinchenko did have a good game there last year, but I'd rather Tomiyasu at left back. I know Zinchenko gives us a lot in the attacking sense, but yeah. Who are we looking at replacing Partey? I wish I knew, man. I wish I had a clue, man. Big up American Gunner and whatnot. Whoever's out there, we need to get the result done because I see a bunch of players that aren't necessarily in Arsenal starting lineup. In fact, unless it's Gabriel, White, obviously Zinchenko, and maybe Nketiah as well, and there's up for grabs. Fabio Vieira, Kai Havertz, to a degree Jorginho, but he's going to play a lot with injuries. Trossard, it's unfair to say. A lot of you could stake a claim just to keep reminding Mikel Arteta of what you lot can bring to the table. Again, with the changes, I must admit, I'm not expecting us to be as fluid as we normally are, but I'd love to be wrong. Again, get your predictions in. We've got 2-1 West, 2-1 Arsenal. So it's probably a bit nervy in that regard. Afternoon, DG, hoping you're well. Best to everyone tuned in. Right back at you, man. Did Mikel talk about Smith Rowe's knee injury? That's a bummer, really, because I was just doing an edited piece, or I didn't get a time to finish it, but I don't even know if you look and see Premiere Pro is open. Let's actually close that as well. Let's actually close that. Let's close that because, processor don't need to work any harder than it is already. But, yeah, in relation to Gabriel Jesus is out for 6 weeks. Partey's out for a while. And I don't know Smith Rowe's status. This is the first I'm hearing of it. And it's a spanner in the works. But, boy, we're going to have to get on with it and find a way, man. No excuses. Don't really care who is out there. Just get the job done. It's as simple as that. We're in the cup with City going out. It's almost free game and gives everybody an opportunity. And anytime you can win a trophy, why not? We've got 2-0 Arsenal, 2-0 Arsenal. Would love a clean sheet. Don't think we pick one up here. Tomiyasu at left back this weekend, yes. Where Declan Rice and Tomiyasu are concerned, if the game goes the way I want it to go, I expect them to come on and obviously help see the result through. Again, we don't have the biggest squads. It's literally been tested since the jump of the season in August. We've been having to cope with injuries. But anytime, other players have to play to fill the void left by injuries, you're running them into the red zone. Like, I almost feel sorry for Benjamin White because I don't expect you to come off unless we're running away with this. And West Ham really failed to turn up today. I don't see us running away with it. So I can't really see Cedric in any capacity. I'd imagine Tomiyasu comes on, to be fair. 2-1 Arsenal, says Trini Gooner. Shout out to Trinis. Oh boy, West Ham went with a strong lineup. This smells like a loss. I mean, Premier League side, I expect to hear nothing less than a strong lineup per se. So we're going to have to get on with it. For what it's worth, what is West Ham's lineup? Let me actually find that as well. We got Mavropanos and Fabianski, two former Arsenal players, to be brutally honest with you. Oh, it is a strong lineup, isn't it? I mean, I did expect Alvarez and Paqueta to play, but I mean, come on, Moise. What's all this about? So yeah, you can see the West Ham lineup. You got Fabianski, Kofal, Mavropanos, Ogod, Emerson, Alvarez, Souček, Mohamed Kudus, who a lot of us Arsenal fans wanted, Ben Rama, who was once upon a time linked with Arsenal, Bowen, who's a quality player, and Nazis Paqueta. That's their starting 11. So they have gone ham, they have gone strong. But we're gonna have to get on with it, man. It's as simple as that. Looking forward to seeing Ramsdale. West Ham have a first team out there. Arsenal can handle it. To be honest with you, like, really and truly, like, if that team can't at least, winning, losing, drawing, it comes with football. If we win, great. If we lose or draw, we do our own diagnosis as to why it didn't happen for us. But I'm not being funny. Do I feel we'll lose a bit of fluidity? Did I expect to see a slightly stronger team? Am I necessarily convinced in every Arsenal player out there today? Not necessarily, but I think there's more than enough out there, really. Kyrgios, your second start in as many games. I believe in you a lot. Benjamin White and Ramsdale. Ramsdale, you're unfortunate that you're not getting as much football, but it is what it is. Gabriel's a first-choice centre-back. End of the day, Zinchenko, you is at City. Jorginho, you're a Champions League winner, amongst other things. Kai Havertz, the same. Fabio Vieira, you've got to start. You was pushing into the starting lineup in the initial games in the season, went a bit cold, kind of reverted back to square one. Go and remind Arteta you can show something, because we haven't exactly got many midfield options. If Smith Rowe is legitimately injured and, let's assume he's out for a couple of weeks, you now got Smith Rowe, you now got Partey. We're playing a very dangerous game, in my opinion. I mean, I'm confident with the front three. I personally would have started. Big up to everyone who's part of my live stream earlier, but I would have started Saka. I know he needs rest and all of these things, but you've captained our team now. You're our star boy. You must have can play for an hour or something. In an ideal world, we put West Ham to the sword. We're not under it too much problems. We walk away with going through to the next round, and Saka gets a rest. But boy, it's easier said than done, as you lot know. And I'm sure West Ham are not going to want that. West Ham full strength barring Mavropanos. We're going to have to get on with it. It's Arteta is within his rights to rest the team. David Moyes is within his rights to obviously play the strongest team possible. Of course, there's knock-on effects in regards to that and what you're going to do, but you're going to have to get on with it. I don't know who Meerkat FC is, but yeah, man. DG, leave us the cup. We need to leave with something. Now, man, Ten Hag spent a lot of money. We're on to you. Look, United fans deserve. I don't think you deserve how your clubs run and what you're seeing tactically. But in terms of banter, you lot deserve every minute. Man, I'd say Man United fans are not the worst in terms of knowledge, but in terms of banter, you lot are undoubtedly the worst. You lot can give it, but you can't take it. You lot got the best players in the world, not expected to do best player in the world stuff. You're telling Mbappe to come outside in relation to Rashford. He's not even been a player, but Lisandro Martinez is ducking the test. You're making Casemiro look like an absolute peasant whenever he plays. Couldn't have happened to a greater bunch of people. Imagine the scenes if Declan Rice scores the winner. I'm not going to lie. I need to see you celebrate. I understand it. Kumbaya, West Ham kind of made you. That's your club. You want to be respectful. You can't rule out one day returning. I need to see celebrations because sooner or later, they're going to be you. I hope Declan Rice gets a fantastic reception, and I think the vast majority of the fans will. But there'll be small sections that boom. And to be honest, they're not wrong. He's not at West Ham anymore. It is what it is. Football's about what you're doing for me, not what you've done. And he's not one of their lads anymore. And obviously, he signed a long-term deal. With every game that we play against West Ham, that kind of novelty will wear off. Although he made history. Ten Hag getting sacked in the next 12 months. Please, in the next 10. Eric Ten Hag, 10 months. I need that as a YouTube title, man. Hey, DG, would you take Sancho on loan in January? Yes and no. Yes, because I think Sancho's a quality player. Yes, because it's another defensive option. Man said defensive. I'm bugging out. You can tell it's like attacking option. And I just like Jadon Sancho. No, because how much of that loan are you going to have to pay his wages? What's going to be the loan fee? I know he's played right wing for Dortmund amongst other places, but he doesn't look as fit and effective on the right-hand side. So that kind of on top of Mikel Arteta may be able to get a trick out of you, that rules out you kind of competing with Saka. I don't mind Sancho. As I said, I think he's a quality player. On the left-hand side, you're fighting with Martinelli, Trossard, and there's definitely a player I'm missing out there. But yeah, it is what it is, really. And I just feel we've got too many project players, really. The project that Mikel Arteta needs to focus on is collectively to take Arsenal to where we need to go. But also, you've got Kai Havertz, really. We don't need any more players that need their hands held. And it kills me to say that about Sancho because I definitely feel he deserves more football at Man United. I definitely feel he's being hung out to dry. I definitely feel he's a quality player. And sooner rather than later, he'll display that. But at the end of the day, I don't know if you're going to hit the ground running in January. And it's almost like the Ivan Toney thing, which I was going to do a video on it on later, but Brentford are saying 100 million. Obviously, Sancho is significantly fitter than Ivan Toney, but when you're being isolated by training from training, when you're having to train by yourself, when you haven't got the match sharpness, how fit are you to impact Arsenal Football Club if we did sign you in January? From the moment you enter the door, I don't know. So it's probably a pass. On ability, quality, and my like for the player, I'm having Jadon Sancho. But yeah, man, Saka needs someone to wash his boots. Why not, man? Apprenticeship says, DG, take Rashford off our hands for free. Just cover the wages. Big up Rashford, man. I like Rashford, but he's a bit brainless. But I'll always have respect for Rashford for doing more than any politician in this country cares to do for kids, people, and children. I want to say yes because I think we can get a tune out of him, but then rivals will banter us. We've got too many projects, really. Obviously it's a different project and the project is promising, but Saka, for example, he's a project. Every time I blink, Saka's stature in football is in higher regards. He's nominated for Ballon d'Or. He's playing for club and country. He's captain in the team. He's getting money anyways, but he's starting to get that advertisement money, doing Dre beats and things like that. Keep taking Saka to the next level. Zinchenko, you signed you to prove that you can be something more than a squad player in a good team. Jesus, when you're fit, we need to find some goals. Obviously, Declan Rice is a 6 by trade. That's what he's made his name for. But we're trying to turn him into an 8. Bro, we've got enough of this. swap for Havertz. But we're with Havertz, man. You know, with the Havertz thing, we just have to pray it works, innit? Like, it's as simple as that. Like, we're at where we're at, people. We got nothing left. I don't know why we deserve to. Why we spent 65 million on import. It is what it is. I'm having Sancho based on ability, but the baggage is crazy. Exactly. There's a lot of baggage, and at the end of the day, like, how are you ready to impact what we need to do in January? Because in general, January is a difficult time for players mid-season to adapt to new tactics. In some cases, a new league. Obviously, if they've got baggage, you don't just sign for a club and things work out. You need to learn what Arteta demands of him. You know, you probably have to be a bit patient. I'd imagine Sancho wouldn't be the fittest. You know, how many signings really in how many players that are key players for football clubs and have been signed in January or written off in January, and then in years or months to come, different things are being said. How many players is also another question. How many players actually thrive when they join a club in January? Off the top of my head, I could be wrong. I'm sure we signed Aubameyang in January. And ironically, I know he's got a lot of question marks, but I'm sure Bruno Fernandes, when he signed for Man United, it was like a house on fire. When we our very own captain, who's not in the best of form, ironically, now, Martin Odegaard, written off after 6 months. And now look, really. So we'll have to see. If you're on Twitch, make sure you're subscribing with Amazon Prime. Speaking of Twitch, shout out Footy Chats. Big up DG and the nation. Hope you're all good. Won't be an easy game, but I think we should be able to win this one going 2-1. Again, we need to start well, man, and start fast, because obviously West Ham have a stronger team. They're more playing their regulars. They're going to hit the ground running. I'm sure there's some minutes in the legs. Some of the fringe players some players got rested. Some players got to start on Saturday. So I'm hoping to see an element of sharpness, but I can't imagine we're going to be the most fluid of sides. Who knows? We might play them off the park and look like a prime Barca. I don't know, but it is what it is in that regards. Man said, Nketiah in the room, no worries, DG. Listen, keep scoring, Eddie Nketiah. It is what it is. Whoever, I don't care who scores, how we win, just do it, really. Review the performances and all of that jazz. Don't forget to smash the like button later, people. Greetings, Desmond. I hope you're well and safe. Who else have we got? Really appreciative of the talking points, man. I want to see Havertz striker. Trust, man. I don't know, man. I just want a new striker. I'll be brutally honest. I prefer Eddie. I'll say it here. Like, I'd prefer Martinelli or Trossard to be the false nine, but as I always say, there's certain games for that. Sometimes it's not going to work, so that can't really be my first option. I prefer Eddie Nketiah up there. It's the lesser of two evils. Like, don't get twisted. Havertz has probably looked the most comfortable playing as a false nine and things like that. But at least Eddie's a tiny bit more clinical than him, really and truly. And yeah, I think right now, Havertz, impactor off the bench, but you're returning in the midfield three. Back you all the way. Hope you could do well. I just want another striker, man. Like, do you know what? I'll take it all back. And I like Eddie. I'm not trying to group Eddie into this sort of stuff, but if it's not Gabriel Jesus, it's long now, isn't it, really, if I'm completely honest with you. Ironically, you know, Balogun had to cut. There was probably some other reasons that he had to cut, but maybe if Balogun was in and around the team, could have ran him as well as Eddie. But we need a striker, man. Our only danger is Bowen. Nah, man, respectfully, I think, you know, football's got 11 players. You can't just look at Bowen, really. You know, they got Bowen, Benrahma, Paqueta, Kudus, Souček from set pieces and late runs into the from midfield into our box could be a danger. Emerson's a decent fullback. Definitely not a tiny bit more credit. 5 goals in 10 games. Listen, big up Eddie. No one's more happy off Eddie Nketiah than me. He's a Hayland boy. You know, I'm tired of repeating the same things, but I've done videos, I've spoken about him. I believe in Eddie. I like Eddie. You could be part of the squad. I like your mentality. But for trying to do this fighting in trophies and that ugly element, that beautifulness of the game that's so beautiful, it's ugly, and just getting to the finish line, we need the next one up front. And as I said, I prefer Eddie Nketiah up front just because at least you behave like a striker. Now, if Kai Havertz starts up front and he scores shamelessly, I'll be doing analytical videos and whatnot. Jorginho doing up DM on his own is crazy. I can't lie. I can't lie to you either. Definitely with Declan Rice being on the bench, which he is human as much as he's like a Superman figure for us. There's only one way we can really play, and that's we got to do this football thing. We can't really fight, really. Like, we need to do this Wenger ball, Arteta ball, and every game if it's like this, and just hope it works, really and truly. Anything past that, we're in issues, essentially. And again, Footy Chats, Queen of the South, Josh, appreciate you lot for all doing up the Twitch thing. Havertz isn't a striker at Arsenal. Why is it taking y'all so long to get that in your head? I'll be honest, I don't know what Kai Havertz is at Arsenal Football Club because Arteta doesn't say what position you are. When you look at someone like Jesus, who it's very different, but We all know he's a striker. Arteta is very specific in that he is a striker. He can help the team in other roles. With Kai Havertz, and maybe Mikel Arteta is discovering it himself. Maybe, you know, if Arteta had more time to work with Kai Havertz, you get more of a tune. But week to week, we need to focus on games. He never is specific about his position. He talks about his qualities in midfield, actually out wide once upon a time, and up front. And I don't mind versatility. You know, when Arteta first was getting these versatile players like Willian, you can play everywhere, but you're not good in any necessarily for our football club. I had a problem. But I don't mind, you know, in theory, you got Martinelli, Trossard, Smith Rowe, slightly Odegaard, Zinchenko, technically, Tomiyasu, Timber, probably missed out a couple as well, Jesus, that they can play their role and more. So Benjamin White. So I'm all for it. But with the names I said, you know what they are first, and then they can do other stuff really and truly. Like, you know, Martinelli is a left winger. Obviously, he can play on the right, but he's a left winger with scope to one day maybe play up front. With Kai, what are you? When you walked through this football club, you was playing as a left-sided 8, filling in the void with Granit Xhaka. Did okay in some moments, did worse in others. Ultimately, not convinced at this moment. And if you say you're moved, I'm not. Kai Havertz deserves constructive criticism. I don't warrant scapegoating, but I will say if you watch Kai Havertz, and I hope he scores a screamer today before I carry on. If you watch Kai Havertz so far and all the games and minutes he's played, and you said you're moved by Havertz, you're a liar, really. You're an absolute liar, like Eddie Guerrero. You're lying to yourself. There's nothing Kai Havertz has done in an Arsenal shirt that you can say you're moved by. That doesn't mean he hasn't had some good actions. That doesn't mean he hasn't impacted, but genuinely moved from a Champions League winner, from a German international, for someone that has a wealth of experience coming into this youthful team. But we're at where we're at, man. Havertz has my support, but it's got to work because let's take Fabio Vieira, for example. Like, we know he's a squad player. It's down to him to show if he wants to elevate that past that. But let's just say the same things we were saying about Kai Havertz, we're saying about Fabio Vieira. You only signed my man for 20 million. Any penny you spend that isn't being utilized is expensive, but there's a get-out clause with that. Kai, she's probably on big wages, earning more, if not similar to what he was at Chelsea. He signed a new deal. Didn't Chelsea spend 70 million on him and they played a blinder, getting 65 of us, really taking a £5 million hit? And they probably will sit there and say, you know what? He was a quote unquote key player for the football club. He did win us the Champions League for the second time. We'll hold that other 5 and make that somewhere else. Us now, boy, like if we try to sell Kai tomorrow, what are we getting? It's looking like them Tierney and Lokonga and Tavares. You go on loan, Pepe, you go on loan, and we'll chat to you next year and see what we could do, really. It's crazy. Big up the Geordies, man. Catch you lot on Saturday, actually. Smith Rowe can't catch a break, man. Gotta keep his head up, man. Gotta keep your head up. At the end of the day, life's peak, innit? Like, what are you supposed to do? When it's all going bad for you, yes, feel sorry for yourself, but it's not gonna change, really. The more rain, the more sunshine. I hope, anyways. Midfield. Good, glad to see Ramsdale, but I'm skeptical. Don't have our strongest midfield or defense partnership, so he's more likely to be under pressure. I'm not gonna cap. I did think Declan Rice would start today. I don't. You know, obviously there needs to be rotation and rest and stuff. I don't think Declan Rice. Obviously, he's human. He'll be emotional. This is a club he, you know, came to as a boy, as a young man, left as a fully fledged, you know, European title winning captain playing for England. I'm sure there's an attachment, but you can't sit here and say Declan Rice is one of them emotional dons that the occasion is going to get too much to him. It's business as usual, in my opinion. What's your opinion, Ramsdale or Raya, DG? I don't know, man. I think it's not clear, really. I like Raya. I really do. I do like Raya, and I also like Ramsdale, but I still think the shirt's up for grabs. I do think to a degree Raya is kind of fortunate to get this regular run in the Premier League team. I don't think it's all doom and gloom with Ramsdale, and there could be a fight back, but it does feel like we may be heading into that direction. And if Arteta hasn't said it to them personally, if he hasn't said it to the press, it's clear that right now Raya is the number one. There are some elements I like from Raya. I do think he's a lot more calmer than Ramsdale, although you see certain actions, no one could probably see that. Probably a lot stronger collecting from crosses. And I think his build-up playing range and passing is decent. But I don't think Raya is perfect. And I feel in the big games, I know he's kept a clean sheet against City and he recovered well in the City game. In the big games, I've been looking at Raya and thinking, oh, you know what, could we see a bit more? Like, I'm not really moved, really. Even in the City game, really, you know, there was forget the passing for a second, the dodgy little Julian Alvarez moment. I'm sure Declan Rice early into that game, I could be making this all up, but I'm sure early in that game, if my memory is not lying to me, I'm not getting Alzheimer's, people smash the like button. I'm sure early doors into that game against City, Raya done some mad dive. He was in no man's land, and Declan Rice cleared an effort off the line. Now, obviously, if you can't really scrutinize any players, every action across 90 minutes is crazy, but you get the point. I like Raya, though. I think when I look at all of these signings, I hear it. Whether I like Ramsdale or Raya, I hear it. You want two good keepers. You think Raya might be an improvement. I love Ramsdale to bits. I want him to stay, but if Raya works and it gets us to where we need to get to, then fair enough. It's harsh on Ramsdale. You help in your own way, help when we're rebuilding. You ain't really got a sniff of Champions League action, but the guys that have helped us become a Champions League club might not be the guys to take us to win a league. So I think we have to remove the feelings. If Raya's not the guy, he's not the guy either way. But I still think the jury's out. And to be honest with you, you could make a case of when that next Alisson comes on the scene. To be honest, you could make a case when that next Alisson, as I was saying, comes on the scene. Been in them both, if I'm completely honest, or it is what it is. 3-1 Newcastle. That's on thingy, lad. That's on Sunday. We'll deal with that then, man. We're gonna take the revenge of last season's final. Do you know what? Anyone that don't like Man United in that regards, you know, in terms of bantering their fans, is a friend of mine, man. 10 excuses. Havertz not even starting for Germany anymore. But hey, can you when you're playing like that? How many goals will Havertz get this season? I'm calling and optimistic too. I don't know, but I'm speaking 10 league goals into existence for him. When is that? I don't know. What year is that? I don't know. But yeah, and do you know what? If Kai Havertz was 18 years of age, 19, 20, then cool. I could put up with some of this and whatnot. But we need everyone to stand up to be counted. I can't accuse Havertz of lacking effort and things, but there's more questions than answers. And when you look at our summer business, as I said on the stream earlier today, Timber, you see how you make our squad stronger and ultimately closer to City. You see that with Declan Rice. I'm definitely missing some Declan Rice, Timber, Raya. You kind of see that. With Kai, it's not really clear. And at this moment in time, we need everyone to stand up to be counted. Games are coming thick and fast. Been dealing with injuries. The midfield situation is delicate. And I hope he can turn it around, because at the end of the day, I feel a lot more confident. So yeah, man. I'm not sure what you're asking there. Antonio's still the best Jamaican forward ahead of Sterling, DG. They're both lit. Both two of the best players to have ever played in the Premier League. A bit like Ethan Pinnock's the best centre-half to have ever played in the Premier League. The only one that can talk to him is Wes Morgan, man. Yo, DG, I feel like our midfield is lacking strength and power. Hopefully, we can do the brain thing. Pause 100. Because that's what we're going to have to do. You know what? Jorginho, you're having a good game today, man. Ryan needs to work on his passing. Harsh. DG, if Timber was fit, who would start in front of Zinchenko/White? To be honest with you, it's a debate which I don't have a clue, because the same things we're saying about Ramsdale, we might be saying about Zinchenko and Benjamin White had Timber have been fit. But I think what you've seen this season is there's different protagonists and villains game in, game out. And, you know, you look at Arsenal, our squad has never been tested in the last few years than it is now, in a sense of it's not collapsing at the end. Other players have to stand up to be counted. Like, this is probably the calmest. I know he's not starting, but this is probably the calmest I felt with anything in relation to Thomas Partey's injury. And that's because of the man on the bench, Declan Rice. So it's time to stand up to be counted, essentially, man. Like, you've seen how many, it's unbelievable. I think we must be up there in the Premier League for guys getting goals and assists and just impacting the game off the bench. We need a squad. And you've seen it. There's been games that Zinchenko could have got a run at left back. Tomiyasu, I'm sure Kiwior is knocking on the door in that regards. No Smith Rowe knee issues. Just hope Vieira is right centre mid. Not sure, really. Do you know what? There's no Martinelli, so the point's redundant. You know what? Like some of you like to remind me, he played on the right-hand side for Leverkusen, so you'd imagine Kai's over there. But as you said, you can't rule out, you know, he could be on the left like he was early in the season. Arteta said Smith Rowe injury is a big worry. Well, that knocked the wind out my sails. You could be riding high in April and shot down in May, man. Like, 1 minute I'm seeing Smith Rowe get an assist and get some minutes, and now... And it's harsh, man, because he's been doing all he can to get his fitness back. As some of the reports have been saying, sources close to Arsenal say he's got his spring back, and then he's been kicked down again. But at the end of the day, injuries to footballers are like chefs cutting their hand. It's part of the business, really. Like, can't cry about it. When is El Nene going to start? Not a clue, but he's been out for about 10 months. We probably have to allow him. Smith Rowe out for the season. I don't know. And imagine Mikel Arteta, if he hasn't been specific before the game, has something to say after the game, and we'll find out. But to have Gabriel Jesus, now Smith Rowe, who made our bench stronger, and obviously Partey injured. Boy, let's just hope God's with us, man, because it's a tough end to the end of the year, man. The games are coming thick and fast. I do think an international break is upon us soon, but you get the point in that regards. So yeah, people, smash the like button, keep your comments and whatnot going. Let me do the boring thing. I promise you I hate it, but let's get the graphics done. You've got Mr. Let's move this so I don't spill that again on a live stream. That would be an L. You've got Mr. Fabianski, who once upon a time was a Gooner, a cup-winning goalkeeper with us, essentially. You've got Fabianski, not Fabianski. It's an A there. Who else have you got in here? You've got their fullback of Kafal. I rip him. I'm sure last season at the Emirates we gave you a tough game. Rip him. And listen, we can't sleep on West Ham because the last time we actually kicked the ball against West Ham, it helped during our season. Fortunately, we bought the player who nicked the ball off Thomas Partey, which helped us a lot. Shout out Mavropanos, who's gone from strength to strength since leaving the club. But now that I say this, he's probably going to have a great game. He's shaky, man. Get on to him. There's a reason he's not playing week in, week out for West Ham. There's 100% Bundesliga tax with him. He's meaty. I know some Arsenal fans go crazy, but I remember some Arsenal fans on social media saying, "Oh, Mavropanos deserves more of a chance." No, Mavropanos. What we did with Austin Trusty, that's what we need to be doing with people of Mavropanos' level. Get them for a couple of years, sell them, and keep it moving and get profit. He's meaty. But it would be written in the stars from a set PT bag today. You've got Emerson, who's an ex-Chelsea lad. First 5 minutes, someone leaves something on him. The midfield is the battle, though, man, because obviously, as I said earlier, Alvarez and Paqueta, they can't play for West Ham, whoever they've got at the weekend, because they're going to be banned. So Moyes has the luxury of saying, you know what, you lot are not in contention for the weekend. Literally can't play. I'm going to play you lot now. Had that been a factor? Maybe. And I'm not going to lie, it's the front six. Is my maths right? Yeah, 6 for West Ham. I fancy I'm not going to lie, big up West Ham, but I fancy my team against your back five, against your goalie, against your fullback and your centre half. I fancy everyone at Arsenal. Definitely the ones on the bench and the ones starting. It's the middle third and final third. Ben Rama, if you give him a chance, can make something happen. Kudus, these are the games that you're going to want to see. You're going to want to turn up for. Bowen is lit. Paqueta is lit. And we all know about Paqueta because Paqueta, just like Gomares, was one of the players before they signed for both these Premier League clubs in Newcastle and West Ham. We was waffling about bringing them to the carpet. You did us dirty for Ben Rama, man. Not Ben Rama, sorry. Gomares, he should be at the carpet. Imagine we had, there's no point in imagining, but imagine we had Bruno Gomares, Declan Rice and Partey. Imagine Gomares and Rice. We're not waffling about any of this. Maybe Arteta would have seen the light and he's saying, you know what? I must have bought some dodgy draw. I don't know who told me to buy Havertz, but let's cancel that deal. So love though Havertz, man. This ain't the Havertz hate brigade over here. We support every player for this football club. I feel like I'm missing somebody's name out. That man Souček. So let's get his name in there. And again, set pieces is where Souček scares me, if I'm honest. He used to be one of the guys I used to get my FPL team. I'm not gonna lie to you, look, I wanted to take the trophy a lot more seriously. I know we want to give a good account of ourselves when the FA Cup comes around, in the league, in the Premier League, and I know there's injuries, but I think football fans can be a bit snooty, in my opinion, when it comes to competitions and things of that ilk. How many footballers that are active in today's day and age, how many actually win trophies? Trophies are actually, they're not a given by any stretch of the imagination in world football. In any league, in any club. And again, any trophy we can get our hands on, for me, is great. Now, of course, if somehow, some way, we win the 2 big ones, I won't care about this. And I just felt with City going out, maybe we could have given a real goal. But I get it, we've had a congested fixture calendar list. We've got big games. January can't come soon enough, so we can move in the market. But for right now, we've got what we've got. So I understand it. I'm not criticizing the need to rotate, but definitely when you look at West Ham's team versus ours, I'm not saying I don't believe in our team, but quite frankly, they're a lot stronger. Come on, Kirill, man. I hope you lock down these youths today, man. I'm ready to run some agendas. So happy Kirill's getting minutes, man. Don't let me down. I'm talking you up. Do not let me down. Aaron Ramsdale. Do you know what? I don't want to have to do Ramsdale propaganda because I always say I want my keeper to be the lowest rated player in the game. I don't want to see my keeper do a thing, but You know, if this, depending on what happens, Ramsdale can make himself a hero. And I'm not going to lie, I don't know what Arteta is thinking, but surely Ramsdale is banging on the door. All the reports that come out is he's still training well. He's training very well. Pardon me. I do think it's a bit unfair on Raya because it feels like, you know, everybody's just quick to get at him and whatnot. But surely Ramsdale's got to be chomping on the bit to get an opportunity here. And as much as it's the Declan Rice derby, you know, way before Arteta was an Arsenal man, he was an Evertonian, and I'm sure he's got the highest of regards for David Moyes. It's almost like, from a footballing sense, that's your dad. Show him that this is a young boy's sport. But yeah, you've got Ramsdale, White, Kirill, Gabriel, two left-sided centre-backs for those that make a song and dance about it. Way. And it's a big day for, you know what, in a weird way, I think it's a big day for the fullbacks, beyond the obvious Benjamin White and Zinchenko, because you're going to have to do a lot. And I would say Kirill, Gabriel, White, I need a lot from you because I think there's going to be a lot of space on the counter-attack against us. So I need a lot from you, especially Kirill, because you're a bit of an athlete, man. I'm getting a bit nervous. I don't know why. Do you know what? There's no need for nerves. If we go out, we go out. If we go through, amazing. This trophy only wins if you win the cup. It's the only time you care about it. But then again, there was a certain club that could have prevented another Manchester club from winning the treble, let them dunk on them at Wembley, and they won't shut up about this cup. This cup is like a fake Rolex. Yeah, it might look good, but, you know, jump in the pool. Wait, I know we could beat City at Wembley. I know we get a clean sheet against them lot at home. No, we took 3 points. No Saka, no problem, man. Know what we're doing. Do you know what I mean? How long I've waited to finally beat Manchester City in the league. Now, if we could beat them at the Etihad where it comes along. Do you know what? The only thing that could top beating Manchester City at home for me would be beating them away. And the only thing better than beating City, and it doesn't make sense because they're the league bullies, be finally seeing my team win at Anfield again, if I'm honest with you. Flirted with me last season. We went 2-0 up. It felt the thing of dreams. But, you know, once that crowd starts making noise, it's peak. We got Fabio Vieira, Nelson. Who else are we missing out? Trossard, who I always say, I wish we could play 12 players. Trossard, I need to see a madness today, man, please. And we just have a straightforward game. And Ketia, do you fancy another hat-trick? You're wearing the number 14. And again, I think if he tries to shoot from outside the area now, everyone will be a bit easy. But yeah, I think that's the boring part. How long until kickoff? About 21 minutes. Let's do that. Go over to this good old OBS thingamajig, they call it. What did we even call that? What the hell did I even call that? I need to export that again. I forgot the file name. That's a madness. Let's just call it West Ham. Big up you lot, folks. Don't forget, please don't forget, 4:30 p.m. on Saturday, we will once again be doing up watch-along settings, people. Let's get that. There it is. Cool. Now I can get back to what matters, which is you lot, folks. Big up you lot tuned in. Again, can we get to 100 likes for the end of the stream? Big up Liquid Danger. What a name. For extra live streams and videos, subscribe to me on YouTube. I hope Smith Rowe is not the new wheelchair injury-wise. I think we all hope that, man. I think we all hope that. Big up yourself, Garrett. Big up DG. We have the Shy Brigade in midfield. What happened to Ethan Yamweri and Miles Lewis-Skelly? They're too young for this sort of thing right now. And to be honest with you, they're both just working their way back to fitness. Smith Rowe bolt looks like it may have sold. Nah, man, there's a delay. There's a delay. 20 minutes until kickoff. Smith Rowe not going to make it out the hood with all these niggles like Lowski made it out the hood. But every couple of months getting banged up for foolishness. You're moving crazy, man. Listen, Smith Rowe will be back, man. This is just a minor. This is just, you know, the ETA is he's on the right path. He's going to get there. It's just the ETA has been delayed. He's on the motorway. The sat nav's taking him a long way. It's cool, man. I'm with Smith Rowe to the end. I'd imagine Kirill's playing right centre back, if I'm honest. Definitely have to secure a new centre mid this January. Might be able to do well the rest of the season without a 9 if we secure midfield and right wing. I don't even think we'll get a winger or a striker. In fact, it all depends on the profile. You know, if it's the same situations like Trossard, where there's a decent player, 1 foot out the door. If you've got a Kirill, you're not going to break the bank to bring him in. Jorginho has made clear Chelsea want you to go. Obviously, we tried to do other things in January, and then we made that happen. Unless we're kind of going for those profiles again, just because I can't see it, don't mean it don't happen. It won't happen, but I can't see us signing either Pedro Neto now with his injury, or Ivan Toney or Zubamendi, and definitely not Chouameni, which has been the latest one doing the rounds. That one there is crazy. Reece Nelson is starting in the circle. Said midfield of Havertz and Jorginho, FML. Eddie take the weekend form into the game. Here we go, Saka and Neto. Definitely not where January is concerned, but Neto would be lit, man. Especially because you show me, like, when we all say Pedro Neto, we think Saka fight. You fight Saka and you can rotate. Bro, he's shown he's lit on the left hand side. You know, like he's shown he can do this essentially. Hope Newcastle beat United. Don't like the manager, got no personality. That's just me. I'm sure, you know, Ten Hag's wife will say he's got personality. I just think he just always blaming other stuff and looking for excuses, if I'm completely honest. And he's getting a bit delusional and loopy. Like after the City game, that he's saying the game plan worked. You know, I can't play the Ajax football. There's a lot of question marks at United, but Ten Hag throws up more problems than solutions. No, it's a sick note. To be fair, he's done his hammy, man. He has had 2 big injuries, but he's done his hammy. We've already seen that. I'm looking forward to seeing Nelson today. Take your chance, Nelson, because you don't know when you're going to get another one. Shout out, Chris. Trossard is our ace in the pack. Hat-trick tonight, DG. I hope so. I don't think anyone's going to walk away with a hat-trick, but who knows, man? Football's a funny old game. I know there was talk about 80-minute games potentially in the future. Do you ever think we'll see 10 or 12-man lineups one day? Nah, man. Football, forget all of that. You never know. But nah, man. Nah. Maybe even more substitutions. But 12 players, never. I mean, we've got more subs. Games are becoming 100 minutes plus now. So I guess there's logic to that. But 12 players, crazy, man. Then imagine what the tactical geniuses will have having to pick 12 players from a lineup. Nah, that's crazy. Would be nice if our £65 million signing rises for this game with the most starters out. I hope so as well, man. I really hope so. Eric 10 excuses. I hope so, man. I believe in Havertz, but he's got to believe in himself. And if I was Havertz, which I'm not, I feel like a bit of a charity case, if I'm honest, from a footballing point of view. Like, I've won Champions League. I've been capped by my country. I've scored the winner in the Champions League. And my teammates, and I'm not dissing them because in a nice way, they're trying to make sure that you believe in yourself. But I'm a charity case. You're giving me a penalty. You want me to celebrate goals that are not from open play. No high school mistakes today, boys. There you have it. Eric 10 excuses and Man United not winning games in this one. To be fair, Newcastle have a lot of injuries, really. I hope Newcastle win, but Newcastle have a lot of injuries. There's fitness doubts going into the weekend about Isaac. Obviously, Tonali's been birded, so I'll have to see. 80 minutes plus 10 minutes to stoppage time, and we're back to square one. There you have it. yeah, Lidge. Please rise, Havertz. I'm a fan. Football needs less players so Rashford can dribble into more space and Bruno can spam into more space. And that's the thing. Like, you look, United, every club, has players that are frustrating, but United easily. I don't know how you lot don't get angry. You know, like Anthony would frustrate me to high heavens. Ten Hag would frustrate me. I love Jadon Sancho, but he would frustrate me when he does get game time. Bruno Fernandes easily frustrating. Rashford as well, because there's just not been enough improvement in Rashford's footballing IQ. It's as simple as that. Today is the day Kai finally goes bang. DG, we live in hope. We live in hope, but we have to walk in reality, man. I hope so. And I hope Ramsdale can have a good game. 84 appearances for Arsenal Football Club, Ramsdale, with 31 clean sheets. Be a shame if and when he does leave the club, if he hasn't, got 100. And this is his first appearance, Sky Sports is saying, since the last game in this cup. You're a Spurs fan where you got great taste in content creators, not so much in football clubs. Big up yourself. Already seen that. So yeah, there you have it. What are they saying from a statistical point of view in a game like this? Apparently, since his £105 million move from West Ham to Arsenal, Declan Rice's role has changed. He's recording more passes in the opposition half. That's expected. We're on the front foot a lot more. Shots on target and touches in the up box per 90 this season compared to last. That's because we're on the front foot a lot more than West Ham, and that was what you'd expect to see. And I've said it before, I don't think you'll see the proper Declan Rice in what Mikel Arteta demands of him and is molding him into until next season when he's had a year under his belt. That don't mean he won't be good and you won't see improvements, but a year under his belt, fully understands it. If Arsenal are dog water, then that's a compliment coming from a Spurs fan. But I appreciate the trolling, my guy, man. Make sure you're following. You know, me personally, how old do you look? I know I look young, but you look quite young. You know, me personally, at a time like this, I'd be using the internet to hit up Ray or something. But if you want to use it to troll dons, I hear it, man. Ajax, no excuse. Anthony's still there. To be fair, like the Anthony thing, I don't know, man. Is Havertz playing in Odegaard's role? You'd imagine not. But honestly, who knows until the game kicks off? Ramsdale should be our number one. It's down to him to prove that to Mikel Arteta, if I'm honest. It's as simple as that. It's down to him to prove such. We've got 11 minutes until kickoff. Eddie been talking to Defoe, and I'm sure he's talks to Ian Wright. Talks to Ian Wright by 27. Eddie will be getting 15-20. I rate that from Eddie Nketiah. I know tribal football fans will see that as oh my god, like he's speaking to a pagan former player. But you know, there's literally pictures with Jermaine Defoe as a kid in an Arsenal shirt, and I rate that from Eddie because you know. You want to improve. Jermaine Defoe is kind of a similar profile to what you was playing. You know, if you take bits and pieces from every striker and develop, then you never know. One thing I like about Eddie, clearly he's of a growth mindset. Clearly his mentality is elite and he's reaping the benefits in a weird way. And I hope by 27 he can do that. But ain't he like 24, 25 now? Let's see something this season and beyond or however long you're here. DG, hope you're doing well, fella. Mad lineup, hype for the game. I think we're always hyped for Arsenal. And yeah, it is a bit of a lineup that took me by surprise. Newcastle want to come to the theatre of dreams. Bet we're going to give them the win. Nah, man, you lot are due to a win, and then you get optimistic, and it starts again. Arsenal with a rotated squad. Good to see a few players back in like Ramsdale and Nelson and Trossard. Hope it's enough to beat West Ham. Emphasis on hope. Man said, expand the field by 2 yards in width and 5 in length. Then expand the penalty area in proper proportion to that. That will allow more time and space and open the game up. Nah, man, I think it's perfect the way it is, man. Football's a thinkers man's games. Don't give these players any easier things. DJ, I'd love to see you do a show with Monts from Big Six Pants. I hear that. Let's hope Danny Dyer, tired Bowen will be a threat. Come on, man. Too much money on Arsenal. West Ham to win it or tie. Less say that. What do you think of Eddie's quality? No one can doubt his mindset and desire to improve. I think he's shown that you could be a rotation option and you have a role to play. But I think for me, you'd have to be the third until you develop to that level. I think you have to be the third in command. If we had another striker, I think that another striker ideally is more of a proven goal threat than Jesus. You and Jesus fight out to be number one. If Eddie keeps improving and can get into these lots level, great. But squad player, if I'm honest. And to be fair with you, if we did sign if and when, let's say when to talk into existence. When a new striker and winger comes in, someone's got to be moved on, man. Like, because it doesn't matter if you're a striker, 10 or a winger. There's only so many of you that can be on the bench. Yes, there's injuries, but there's only so many that can get on that bench. But I like his quality. I do wonder though, where would Eddie Nketiah play if he weren't at Arsenal Football Club right now? If we were to sell him, where realistically in the Prem would he start? Probably at his former club Chelsea because they're struggling. I know that much. Banter aside, like. By default, you could start at Spurs and Chelsea for a bit, but it wouldn't bang. I don't see you being a key striker for them. Brentford, can't see that. Brighton, can't see that. Trying to allow you, but the Bournemouths, the Burnleys, yeah, you can play in them clubs there, but I have to see, man. Big up DG. Let's say we can't spend on the striker in Jan and can only promote a striker from the youth team. Who would you promote and why? Great stream as always, bro. I appreciate that. None already. None. They're all lit, but none already. None already. You have to persist with Eddie Nketiah, Kai Havertz, Trossard. None already. I love Kyle Edwards and all these guys, but none already to really play Premier League football. Nah, man. There's no one. If I'm completely honest with you. I'm done with Jesus. This latest injury is the straw that broke the camel's back. Let's move on from him. Eddie is pretty much a starter now. Now I keep faith in Gabriel Jesus, but of course it is very frustrating, you know, seeing another injury. This is his third kind of big injury now. Obviously, one happened for Brazil, but he's had 2 knee injuries at Arsenal Football Club now. He's done his hamstring, which can happen. If you've got a link, share it up. I'm watching it on TV. Brighton, best club he'd start for. Would he start though? Like, would he start over Ivan Ferguson? You can get minutes because De Zerbi's a bit funny with the lineup and stuff. I like Eddie. I hope he stays. The only reason I would want Eddie to leave is if, like, we have to sell to bring in a striker or whatever. Then obviously it is what it is. He'd be rotated still, but would he start? That's the thing. But I do think Eddie has shown himself. He's a Premier League quality striker to a degree. It's down to him how you want to interpret that. Big up Deluded, what you're telling me, fam. Big up yourself, Marcel. You know you're a Liverpool man. But again, someone with great sense in content creation. Who have you lot got? You lot got Bournemouth. That should be a walkover. To be fair, you lot got decent fixtures looking at this. Pardon me, Bournemouth, Luton, Toulouse. Should be wiping the floor with them 3 teams. Not going to lie, Sunday the 12th of November. Oh, do you know what? Liverpool, just looking at your fixtures, just humouring myself with 9 minutes to go until we kick off. Man City on the 25th of November and Brentford on the 12th of November. But Brentford are not the Brentford of last season and before that. 30 more likes until we have 100 people. I rate Eddie, man. If I'm honest, you're just praying he doesn't get any injuries because I'm sure he's missed a couple of weeks before as well. Hear that? 163 people watching, only 55 likes. Mash a like, Gooners, and support the work DJ's doing. Appreciate that. If you had to support any other Premier League team, who would it be? Question I can't really answer. To be honest with you, I'd like to fix City now. Like if I could have seen the light, but probably Liverpool, Man United, and it pains me to say, but because I'm a North London lad, and unfortunately, some of my family members did not make the choice I made, supporting the best team in North London and best team in the world. It might be them lot down the road, man. Which, boy, I'd love to see Liverpool versus Arsenal final at Wembley. Dunk on DG's team real quick. What happened the last time we bucked you at Wembley, bro? What happened the last time? Wembley were different. I back Arsenal against every team in the world at Wembley. I can't lie to you lot. Midfield looks a bit tricky. We're gonna have to get on with it. Who's a better finisher, Eddie or Jesus? I want to say Jesus, but at the end of the day, Eddie's got more goals than you, innit? And I think Jesus outscored. Nah, Jesus, because Eddie can't rise up 11 goals in the Premier League at this moment in time, or 13, which was his highest at Man City. But right now, it looks like Eddie. At the end of the day, he's got 5 Premier League goals. I don't think either player are shooters, and I like them both. I think they can both be part of the squad, and it's easier said than done because the striker market is rubbish. But it would make me feel a lot better if we had a striker that we could bet our house on is going to bring in 20 odd goals. Liverpool for me, if I was in a Gooner, yeah, probably do up Liverpool. It's calm. Don't know when I get to watch a game. I didn't say it. I didn't say it, but it could have been them lot down the road. It could have been gassing up Poster, no clue. Eddie, to be honest, Jesus is just better at everything else. True. But Jesus is a weird one, man, because like Eddie will do the tapping thing, and I'm not looking down at it because that's bread and butter for a striker. But Jesus is weird because the difficult finishes he makes look easy, and then the easy finishes you see the animated facial expressions from him. No, it's not, mate. But yeah, that's a good question. Great thing that I don't have to consider that, man. We need the Champions League to be the best in the world. I'd love to win the Champions League. You know, if anyone offered me any trophy, if someone said you can win the Prem or the Champs, it's the Champs. If someone said, you know, you could win 2 Premier Leagues right now, back to back, or the Champions or 1 Champions League, I'm going with the Champions League. Good evening to you and everyone else tuned in. They're calling him Imposter Coglu now, DG. Listen, I like Poster Coglu, but they're having their what do you call it again? What's it called, man? Honeymoon period. No one's asking them questions, and Spurs are looking smelly, man. They're looking smelly. Just about beat 9-man Liverpool. We shot ourselves in the foot. Sheffield United and that made them look mad. It's going to happen. To be honest, it could happen to us as well because we're quite fortunate to be unbeaten. But question marks are going to happen right now. Like they're not a known entity. No one was really taking in Postecoglou like that. And don't get it twisted. He's doing great at Spurs. You know, Maddison probably the signing of the season, Declan Rice. But sooner rather than later, we need to catch them on the rebound and smash them. Man, like we should have never dropped 2 points. Very frustrating. Think they said as a player and manager, Arteta undefeated at Wembley. Long may it continue. I mean, you got to lose sometimes the game, but long may it continue. I rate Postecoglou, but it's a bit like us, you know, when we were doing that inverted stuff with Zinchenko, no one could stop us. The second half of the season, people kind of read that. And Spurs haven't got the biggest of squads as well. I mean, I won't say I like it, but take nothing away from Postecoglou, the inverted fullbacks. Then I won't quite say they're not missing Harry Kane because they are, but they're not. And he's doing well, and he's doing a lot better than people would have thought, really. Like, you know, people sitting there and saying, who is that? Fickle fans of football. I like his demeanor. Yeah, because he's getting away with VAR, isn't he? Essentially. Newcastle, for me, growing up in Africa, they were on TV often. I hear that. The 2 sets of teams are walking out, folks. No one ever emails me what t-shirts we're supposed to wear. Great stuff. I thought, surely. Come on, man. Today we need to win, man. It's as simple as that. Kickoff is 4 minutes away, folks. Today we need to win. Anything less than winning. What happened in the cup semis at Wembley's 2 years ago? Did you win it? It doesn't matter about that. What happened the last time we was in the final, bro? You're going back in history. Come on, man. You probably had your airline when it was there, mate. It's all that about. I want Spurs to stay at the top as long as possible. Let them feel the week in, week out pressure of being first when the best teams are right behind them. I want everything they said about Arsenal, they need to say about Spurs. They must win the Premier League. City don't look good. This, that, and the third. They have to run that. DG, why do people say Arsenal has no European pedigree? I don't know, because we have won trophies, but we have to be very honest. Arsenal, that we've underperformed in Europe. All right, fair enough, Marcel. Easy. What happened when we lost at Wembley? What was more recent? What happened at Wembley when we had Bellerin and them man as well, you know? But yeah, back to that. We've underperformed in Europe, you know. We embarrassed ourselves in the Europa League final against Chelsea. I can't wait till the Barcelona get charges because they cheated us in 2006. Obviously, going into the early 2000s, we've had a cup final or two. Club like Arsenal, we should have done a lot better in Europe. And that's, I always say, I think Wenger should have won a couple more Premier League titles, and we should have a Champions League by now. And like, big up myself, I'm jealous of him. I'm jealous of Chelsea. Chelsea have won it on a bum meeting in the last 2 years. I mean, the last 2 times they've won it, especially when they did it under Avram Grant. Why could Arsenal have that little luck? I remember crying my eyes out watching that on TV in Paris in 06, especially because of the run. The run we went on. No one gave us a chance against Madrid, Juventus, Villarreal. There was a missed penalty at Highbury. Ah, man. Life isn't fair, man. Bro, I'm having a street party when Barca go bust over those charges. DG, that would be peak. We've been poor in Europe, man. And hopefully Mikel Arteta can get the good times rolling. Kickoff is 2 minutes away, people. Kudus looks serious, man. He started the last 3 games for West Ham as well, so he must be finding his feet. Smith Rowe hurting me, but he must be hurting more. It's calm, DG. When 115 charges, get calmer, we'll get our extra pens. You're talking about Community Shield, English Super Cup. Man United count that on their honours list and say that's why they got more trophies than you. As a humble Arsenal fan, we're doing what we need to do. It's embarrassing we don't have a Champions League. Heck, Spurs almost won it before us. I mean, technically us in 06, but that's why I'll always love Liverpool, really, because you lot saved us. The whole argument about a new stadium and things would have been redundant. I love the dodgy refereeing because if I'm honest, if I remember correctly, that Sissoko thing was one dodgy penalty in that game, but shout out to Liverpool for that. This lineup shocked me, to be honest. Kudus looks like he'll score. It is what it is. We're just going to have to get on with it. I would have loved to have seen a Tomiyasu, a Declan Rice start today. I wonder how Declan Rice is feeling. If Mbappe signed for Arsenal, which person would you offer to swap? Can't swap now. You just have to rise up the cash. I ain't swapping on. Pardon me. We need, Mbappe play up front, play with Saka and Martinelli. West Ham will kick off today, folks. Paqueta's in the centre circle. Come on, ref. Let's hope it's a standard day at the office. It's our first game of November. It's our first game of 2 this week. Looks like a packed stadium. Last time we came to West Ham, it was crazy. Ref, come on, what's going on? No clue why he ain't kicked off. There we have it, people. West Ham against Arsenal was kicked off. Long ball forward from West Ham immediately. Kai Havertz wins the header. Zinchenko gets it back from Zinchenko already. That's a hospital pass. Fortunately, Gabriel mopped up and it'll be a throw into West Ham. Please use this upstairs, man. Ref, the throw-in's not there. Kafal's bought like an extra 10 yards. Ref, come on, man. Thank you, ref. And he's called him back. I respect it, but come on, man. And West Ham will take their throw-in and keep it moving. It's here with their two centre-halves. They found Paqueta. I can't lie. West Ham look up for this. Trossard's ball. He heads it back to... What's happened there? Ref, I'm a bit unclear why the game stopped there. But we got another baldy, man. This guy's going to act. He looks itching to make a controversial decision that shapes this game for either side. You're welcome, mate. Big up, American Gunner. I'd love to win, and Kai does have to step up. Mavropanos. I can't believe Mavropanos is playing against us. See, Meady, it's gone out of place, half row. See, That's why we sold you. We need to put him on skates, man. We're gonna have to be patient. We are gonna be up against the Kosh again. West Ham have a stronger team out there than us, but it's no excuses. Zinchenko takes the throw and Trossard gives it back to Zinchenko. It goes to Ramsdale. Show them Ramsdale you can play out from the back. Ramsdale with a long ball forward. I don't know what he tried to do there, but it's cool. And it's all the way back here with Emerson, the West Ham United left back. Oh, God, he's trying to play ball. It's gone out, but he's tried to string some passes on occasion so far, people. It's only a minute or so in. I forgot Mavropanos was there. You're not the only one. You are not the only one. Kirill to Gabriel. Can we just have a normal day today? Like, please, no setbacks. Just I say 3 points. Just going through to the next round and keep it moving. Is the draw for this trophy after this. Benjamin White's gone back home to Aaron Ramsdale, by the way, folks. Aaron Ramsdale to Gabriel. He's pumped it. 40 finds Kai Havertz. So you'd love to see put in a performance today. Kai Havertz to Trossard. Cute and clever from Trossard, but the pass has been read. Fortunately, we still have possession. Had some meaty guys, man. Meaty guys. I think we should have made more money off Mavropanos, though. We should have done then what we did with Trusty last season, and that you probably, as a Liverpool fan, you're probably saying, who is that? And to me, I'd say exactly. Loan him out, let him develop, sell, money, reinvest. Kirill to Gabriel, 2 left-sided centre-backs. Look at Arteta now. Trossard. Skips past Kudus. Take on Kafal, man. Burn him. I don't know what that was from Trossard, but it's been cut out. His cross has been cut out. That's another header that we've won. Come on, Zinchenko, get with it quickly, please. Fortunately, we still have possession, but that's another underhit pass. He gets it back from Reece Nelson. Zinchenko inverting into midfield. Attempts is to switch play to the left-hand side. He's found the Belgium Trossard. I wonder if Kudus has been told to man-mark Trossard, because every time Trossard gets the ball, he's there. I'm still in a lot of pain from 2006, but with life comes acceptance. Maybe we'll just never win it. Eddie and Nketiah can't keep hold on to the ball. In the majority, he's been with West Ham. I don't know why it's showing me Declan Rice, but his England and Arsenal teammate Benjamin White tried to nick the ball and he was unable there. Maybe it's a game where we're going to have to be patient. It's all been West Ham so far. It's only been a couple of minutes, but they've had the majority of the ball. We're yet really to zing 10 passes together. Mavropanos. That's the weak link, man. He's meaty. Soka foul short there. That's ours. This is where we win it, boys. Kudus has done well to get his team out of there. Gabriel's in no man's land and Paqueta's on his bike. It's three West Ham players against 2 from Arsenal. Thank the Lord Paqueta has played a poor pass into Bowen. I genuinely thought they were going to score. Got to do better there, man. Got to do better. It's too easy. Gabriel, Zinchenko, bugging out there. Big up Jorginho, Benjamin White and Kirill. They actually switched on. Fortunately, Paqueta's final ball for Bowen is terrible and Ramsdale's the happiest man in the ground. Aaron Ramsdale, has he been able to pick out a pass? He finds Kai Havertz. Bring it down. Lovely Havertz. Eddie Nketiah, first time into Trossard. They're on to Trossard, though. Gets it back to Eddie Nketiah. Trossard sells Kudus the dream once again. Trossard, you're the man to make something happen for us, man. Zinchenko. Jorginho skips out Benjamin White and finds Reece Nelson. What can Nelson do? He's forced to go back home and gives it back to Jorginho. Good pass. Come on. We're better than that, boys. Vieira, come on. It's been cut out by West Ham. Zini looks a bit sleepy. He's going to have to wake up immediately. This is a cup game. There's no margin for error. So either you're serious or you're going out. If you haven't smashed the like button, make sure you've done such, folks. Benjamin White with this throw-in. Where's his options, boys? Benjamin White taking his sweet time. But to be fair, where's his options? Who's he found? Fabio Vieira has got it back to Benjamin White. He's found Nelson. Come on, Nelson. Head up. Hey, we're gone. Oh, good defending by Mavropanos. Is it offside? Or are they saying Mavropanos has been fouled? To be fair, he tracked his run. All came from a throw, and that was decent. Shout out to Benjamin White, Fabio Vieira, Reece Nelson. Reece Nelson's tried to find the man. Hasn't worked. To be fair, Trossard and Nketiah trying to get on the end of it. Is there a foul there? Come on, ref. There's nothing there. Come on, look at Mavropanos' boots. He ain't a real centre-back. He's got colourful boots. to be fair, the game's gone by there. Everyone's got colourful boots. Fabianski's taking his goal kick, people. Gabriel, get up. Thank you. Seconds. Well in, Eddie. Fabio Vieira. Kai Havertz dropping shoulders. This might be the game he scores. Fabio Vieira to Trossard. It's gone back to Zinchenko. He's found Jorginho. Boy, big up yourself, 2-3. Just want to win today. Kirill. Don't know why, but I like Kirill a lot, man. I feel a lot comfortable with you in the side. I don't think you're a bad player by any stretch of the imagination. Zinchenko to Trossard. They're doing I don't know what it is, but anytime Trossard in particular has the ball, they're onto him. And maybe he's a bit frustrated because he's drifted into the middle of the park. Jorginho, Eddie Nketiah, come on. Pick out a target. Thank you, Zinchenko. Come on, find someone, Zinchenko. Find someone. Zinni, the passing so far has been off today, you know. Paqueta asking for the ball. Alvarez dilly-dallying and Havertz picks his pocket. Ref, that's ours. That's a soft free kick to give our way, but it doesn't mean it's not. Zinchenko, wake up, please. Been about 3 occasions. Those passes have been crazy. As Aya said here, he looks a bit sleepy. And yeah, they look like they're on to Trossard, man. Can you blame them? He's a danger, man. I like that from Havertz, though. Got his body across, won us a free kick. Hopefully, we can take advantage of that. Seeing he doesn't look ready. It happens in football. Maybe you just need to get out your system, innit? Just get out your system early doors. We've got a free kick. Reece Nelson standing over it. Come on, pull it on Fabianski, man. He's shaky. Ref, how long? Come on, let us take it. Nelson delivers a decent one. It's picked over the bar by Fabianski. Who got his head up to that? I think it was Kirill. Was it Kirill or Kai Havertz? To be fair, it's a good delivery. Do you know what? It's Kai Havertz. His flicking header picked over the bar by Fabianski. Fair enough. I won't lie. Havertz looks up for this. Let's keep going, boys. Benjamin White onto Fabianski. The verbals started. Fabio Vieira delivers. Suchek said clear. West Ham are trying to counter. Nelson, you got to bring him down. Not good enough against Ben Rama. Good recovery. Thank you, Nelson. No way you're looking for a foul, Ben Rama. Get up, man. You're playing football. Very good there from Nelson. Fabio Vieira on this right-hand side. Come on, I want to see the squad players take their chances today. Kirill, don't get caught lacking in possession. Lovely from Kirill. Remember, you're a centre-back, though. Thank you. He's found Fabio Vieira. Come on, goals change games, and it puts game plans out the window. An early goal would do us. Benjamin White, I don't mind that, but Vieira had no chance of winning that. That's ours, ref. Thank you. So, let's do it quickly. I don't know what Ben Rama's doing. Ref, come on! Ben Rama's doing that on purpose, man. Purposely, there's two balls on the field. Havertz looking good so far. First time for everything, okay? DG, are you confident with our B team out there? We've got no other choice, man. To be honest, we're playing a lot more fluid when we do have possession and a lot more sharper than I thought these changes would suggest, but there's a lot of football to be played. Benjamin White, oh, that's poor, boys. From Fabio Vieira to Benjamin White, he's offside. Good start from Havertz. You can't forget it's raining. Get them excuses in. If it really is raining, then what do they tell you in Sunday League? Shoot and hit the target. Keeper might spill it. Come on. I love seeing Arteta, but can you show us the game? Thank you, Sky Sports. Long ball forward. Gabriel wins it. Havertz seconds. Come on, boys. Don't lose it. Havertz, that's poor. You know, oh, we're lucky we got a free kick. I didn't think that was. It looked like West Ham were on the counter-attack. Of course, it makes it difficult for Trossard. It's a bit like what happens to Bukayo Saka. Every day, there's like 20 players trying to mark you. Zinni ain't it. Remember that? I like Zinni. I think there's certain games, but I think there might be a day where you're going to suffer your City fate, where you're a good squad player who can't do much more beyond that. Gabriel to Eddie Nketiah, that poor touch was horrible, and he sold Zinchenko short, to be fair. Interestingly, I didn't think they would, but they're actually playing Bowen up front. That's good play from Kirill for what it's worth. And it's here with Reece Nelson. But this ain't where you want to see our wingers get. It's in front of their whole team. You want to see our wingers isolated in 1v1 moments. Zinchenko to Trossard, but they're onto him. So he cuts inside. What can Trossard do? Can't quite shoot. Not sure what Trossard tried to do. Did he try to find Eddie? Did he try to find Vieira? It found no one. Kirill is a Saliba type. I do feel he's getting into his form. Zini isn't really getting into space. I don't know about Saliba, but fair enough. Reece Nelson, propaganda. Nelson looks hungry. I'm still gutted. Timber got ACL. I don't think you're alone. I just clocked that bold forward Simon Hooper that was in charge of our game against Spurs when we got shagged. I do think Florian Wirtz is the real deal. He's got over his ACL issues, and there'll be a fight to sign him essentially when the time comes. West Ham have gone long. First and seconds, boys. Come on, Kirill. That's ours, refs. Come off Bowen. No, it ain't. It's a West Ham throw in this left-hand side. I don't know why Bowen's playing up front, but fair enough. Kai with a screamer or a goal in this game. I think we're all rooting for him. Eddie hasn't been reading Trossard's passes. He's got to start reading it. Paqueta. Emerson. Don't know what Paqueta was doing here, but let's go. Nelson, let's go. Let's go. That's ours, ref. Another throw for West Ham. Come on, boys. It's still 0-0 with 12 minutes in. There's not really anything to scream and shout about from these initial 12 minutes, folks. Mavropanos. I'd be very disappointed if we don't really get at him. We should know him better than West Ham or David Moyes. He was, he used to play our club for a couple of years and he wasn't really good. Emerson. To be fair, we're doing a good job not allowing West Ham to play out from the back on that occasion. Kofal. You don't want it. Trossard, get him. You don't want it. You don't want it. Trossard, you don't want it. You don't want it. See, he's going back home. You don't want it. Our shape's good. I'll give us that. I think our pressing, sharpness, shape looks okay so far. I mean, West Ham, early doors, they were playing football. Now it's just long balls. Aaron Ramsdale, Gabriel, get your body there, get your body there, get your body there. Kudus is on you. We can do better than that. And that's a West Ham ball. We can do better than that. West Ham have a throw deep in half. What's your favourite chant? 49, man. 49, 49. On that one, man. The new ones, like probably Saka and Smith Rowe. Emma Smith Rowe and that. Long throw with Kafal. Boys, come on. This is what they want to take advantage of. Oh, Benjamin White with an important interception. I thought Ben Rama was going to smash that in. Emerson Rowe's done poor. Reece Nelson is breaking. Go on, Nelson. Bust out. Oh, baggy touch, but Nelson puts the burners on. There's a sea of claret shirts against him. This is an encouraging run from Nelson, but where's his options? I don't mind that, Nelson. It's good defending by Ben Rama. Nelson, you tried. There was no support at all. To be fair, his teammates couldn't keep up with him. I don't mind that, Nelson. And it's all the way here in West Ham's half once again. Not too much to scream and shout about so far, folks. Trossard with an interception. Ref, the throw weren't there, man. Kafal keeps buying an extra couple of inches. And again, the refs ordered him back, man. I respect it from Kafal. Shows his experience. And to be fair, the ref, you're sharp on the ball with that. As a fullback, I hate these situations. Deep in your own half, no deflect you, so you're forced to just throw it down the line and hope for the best. And I think that's what he's going to throw it centrally. But to be fair, when you got a throw like that, hasn't gone very far. Nelson can't quite get there. Paqueta of West Ham down our left-hand side. Has Bowen and Ben Rama. Come on, Benny, man. He's in your back pocket. It's an even contest, man. Holdings Cannavaro chant always. That's a shout. Oh. Could have got up. He's gone white. What is that, a corner? If that's a corner, that's great defending by Gabriel. Blink and you miss it. Whole team went to sleep there. And again, Zinchenko's the run. To be fair, Gabriel and Zinchenko not stepping up with the rest of the team. Fortunately, Gabriel's switched on. But Zinchenko, that's your man, you know. And even Gabriel's telling Zinchenko, switch on, and Gabriel and Zinchenko's breading. Switch on, man, please. Corner kick. Oh, fucking hell. Benjamin White with an own goal. You see, all of this is unnecessary, you know. All of this is unnecessary. 0-0, boys. The game's just getting started, but you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. I don't know what Ramsdale's moaning with the ref. Hopefully the Cron case can pay for VAR in that. That was mad. I got a lot of time for Benjamin White. Unfortunate sequence of events. And it all comes before the corner. The hell is this, boys? It's a good finish by Benjamin White. It's just in the wrong area. We're gonna do this the hard way, eh? 0-0, boys. But nonetheless, West Ham strike first. First blood, West Ham. West Ham 1, Arsenal 0. And that all comes from. I'm not even that mad at Benjamin White. I'm more mad at Zinchenko and Gabriel slightly. Concede the corner. White bugging. Oh man. The guy again. Fabio Vieira, what can he do? Tries to play it to Kai Havertz. Ref. Oh, Kai, you got to dive there, man. But we could have been back in immediately. We're not out of it yet. But it's looking scary. Well, when you dye your hair, you can't be getting in any moments like such. Honest thoughts on Havertz? Can't see a way out, but we're at where we're at, isn't it? This is probably the most encouraging 17 minutes I've honestly seen from Havertz this season, really, from any start. Vieira looks lost on the pitch. See, and when you get into moments like this, I don't know why we do it all to ourselves, but we do. When you get into moments like this, the more the game goes on, now we're going to have to draw for the Sakas and all these guys. Benjamin White's still my guy. It's unfortunate, but hey, got to do this the hard way. Everyone's got to put on their big boy pants now and get with it. Zinchenko, whose passing's been poor and again switched off. Jorginho to Nelson, and Nelson started fairly bright. Throw away Benjamin. It happens to the best of us. I swear it happened to Saliba against Leicester. That's a good ball from White to Fabio Vieira. Nelson gives it to Jorginho, gives it back to Nelson. Come on. Nelson, the shot's blocked, but we could do better there. Kyrgios tried to get there. That's good defending by Bowen. Don't foul him. He's looking for it. I can't lie. Come on, man. He's dropped on the floor before he's even engaged. Linesman, you're right there. Take off the claret shirt. Drop proper Jogba-esque. Zinnia fraud harsh, man. Brain farts. Terrible, nonchalant attempt at heading by Benjamin White, but prevention is better than cure. If certain man just switched on, there's no corner part. Is what it is. He has to bring on the big guns. Has to. Boy, still 0-0. We're still not out of it, but yeah, man. I thought Ramsdale was going to move to the ref, but what's he appealing for? There's nothing to appeal for. Ramsdale, speak of the devil off his line. Zinni, come on. You can't defend, but you're a bloody good footballer on the ball. Show. Where's the starting position? Stop joking, man. Gabriel. To Trossard. Trossard keeps having to drop far too deep for this ball, and they're onto him. It's just Trossard started very bright. It feels like Trossard and Havertz might be the one. Slightly Nelson as well might be the ones. But you want him where he's isolated against fullbacks, man. He's receiving the ball like he's a left back. And I mean, this is the risk you take when Zinchenko runs into midfield. Here you can see it again. Look, they're onto him. He's forced to go backwards. Trossard's a player that if you can see what he's going to do, you don't mind. When he's able to turn and twist, that's where you got issues. Benjamin White. Can't lie, it was a good header, weren't it? A very good header from him. We need to take our chances when we get them. We will get them. And not concede again. Zinchenko, that's a good ball. Kai Havertz. That was a decent attempt to slide a through ball to Havertz to Eddie Nketiah, but it didn't happen. Zinchenko. Kai Havertz dummies it. This is where you want Trossard. Back to Havertz. Dive, man. Oh, his touch is taking him out for a goal kick. It's cool. But that shows you what we can do. We're not out of it. Ramsdale didn't call for the cross on the goal, though he should have. To be fair, we don't know if he came and said, we don't know. I mean, Kai Havertz scored in Chelsea's 2-1 victory against West Ham in September of 2022. Could this be a good omen? We need a number 8. I know Arteta is watching this and shaking his head. DJ, are you starting to worry about Smith Rowe's constant injuries? Of course, because, it takes a lot out of you. Kofal, Souček. Listen, let's just focus on not conceding a second, because then after that, it starts to get ugly. And we've given that goal to West Ham, man. But it's happened now. Let's regroup. We knew that this weren't going to be easy. Mavropanos, Gabriel wins it. Trossard. Trossard, that weren't the best of passes. Almost killed Jorginho. Credit to Jorginho. That's definitely a free kick, ref. Definitely a free kick. Paqueta, what are you talking about? You're not going to be able to play soon, mate. Anyways, you think you're not going to get bagged for the betting? Ref, don't let him talk to you like that. He's a gambler. You're going to go just out like how Tonali and Ivan Toney went. Safe. Not going to lie, I think Raya would have claimed that corner. Maybe. But I've also seen Raya at 6s and 7s. And Declan Rice got him out of trouble from a set piece. Come on, boys, man. Just need to up it. It's as simple as that. Long ball forward into Kai Havertz. It's fallen like a foul header. I thought it fell to an Arsenal man. The camera tricked me. It's here with Kudus and Alvarez. West Ham bought quite a few players in the summer, innit? Long ball forward meets the head of Kyrgios. But where's the set? Jorginho's not fast enough for that. West Ham could be in here. Fortunately, Gabriel's mopped up. Ramsdale, we doing? Ramsdale, we like you for you. Don't try to be someone you're not, you know. Eddie and Ketty will give chase. It's our throw. Eddie, take quickly, man. Did I hear you, Smith Rowe is hurt? Allegedly, he's got a knee knock. Not sure on the severity of it or what it really means, but long story short, he's not involved now. Zinchenko, Pep tried with him for years. He's never going to be a top player in the top team, but maybe the Premier League just doesn't suit him. He's good enough to be a squad player, and ironically playing games like this. If you're going to make him a player of importance, then I think Zinni's one of those players you kind of have to accept what they are, like Jorginho, Nelson. It feels like we can still do so. I don't think we're out of it, man. But need to up it and not concede again. We'll go out together, DG. It's calm. You said I want to go out. Bro, I want to go through. Zinchenko. Come on, Zinni, man. Pick out a pass. Come on. Finds Benjamin White, who scored the own goal. Reece Nelson. Fabio Vieira. Oh, ref, that's a yellow. Lovely bit of skill from Fabio Vieira, and he was hooked. How many fouls from Alvarez? Ref, how many? You got to book him. Lovely. See ya. How can a man say he got the ball? Smash the like button if you haven't, people. It's time for us to start looking for a Zinni replacement. The man can't defend at all. The man is a midfielder at best. But I want, if he is a midfielder, why hasn't Pep Guardiola and currently Arteta done stuff? We brought a Zinni replacement. He just did his ACL. This is why I would have started Tomiyasu today, personally. I like Zinni, though. I still think he's a key part of the squad. It's just, to a degree, you need to accept him for what he is. I think the games against Sheffield United, them kind of games where it's not even on the front foot, that's you. Even though by my admission, I'm quite critical of him defensively. I think until a few weeks ago, he actually improved in that ilk. Nelson delivers a free kick. Come on, boys. And White gets his head to it. It's come, man. Bro, we got to remember Fabianski's in goal. He's giving us a corner for no reason. Once a Gooner, always a Gooner. He's trying his best to help us. That's a tired header from White. To be fair, when in doubt, get out. I don't know if Fabianski's aware of his surroundings, but it looked like it's going wide. Let's actually see. Do you know what, Fabianski? I allow you. You know, I don't know. Inconclusive. Havertz looks up for it. Big up you. We only signed you in July, August. Nice to see you on it in November. He does look on it. Ball into the box. Come on. Gabriel got his head to it. Or was it Eddie? I don't know. Either way, an Arsenal man got their head to it. He didn't bang. We're not out of this, boys. Come on. Tommy is a bit fragile. You're right. I mean, it's a dangerous risk with all of them. Zinchenko has been mid this season. Even Zinni's had his knocks. Keep going, boys, man. Be a shame if it ends 1-0 and, you know, us scoring ourselves let a goal out. Declan Rice warming up, getting the applause from the fans. Hey, Arteta, you need to bring him on. Declan Rice is acting. You know you're not coming on anytime, so you just wanted to get love from the Hammer supporters. Ref, you could have kicked the ball. You can't do that. You have to book him. You can't do that. Saka, sit down. I ain't trying to see you today, even though I want to. But yeah, man, Havertz to get us out of jail. We hope, we pray, and we move. 114 likes. Can we keep going? Fundamentally, we're losing, innit? That's all that matters. Kay, shout out to you as well for resubbing, man. Man said Mildo. Reece Nelson. But this is why I prefer Nelson on the left, man, because he's playing all right, but it's a tiny bit predictable. Tables will turn DG. Got any West Ham brethren? Nah, not close friends. Kyrgios, Zinchenko, come on, I believe in you, Zinni, man. Gabriel, Trossard. Again, I want Trossard to get the ball further forward. Finds Zinchenko. Finds Eddie. Hold it, Eddie. Hold it, Eddie. Hold it. Ref! Hey, ref! Bro, he's collected, Mavropanos was collected, Eddie. And Mavropanos, of all people, is breaking for West Ham. If you not let him do something, I'm going to get mad. He's playing like Cristiano Ronaldo. He's dipping down the right-hand side and he's earned the corner. Boys, wake up. They're boying it. Mavropanos has dribbled the length of the whole pitch and earned the corner. And to be fair, it's great play for him. He deserves an applaud from his West Ham supporters. But come on, boys. To be fair, I thought Eddie was fouled, but come on, we can't be that open on the transition. Let's hope we're switched on. The last set piece, we let ourselves down. I can't believe that. It's an in-swinger by Bowen. Come on, Ben White, man. It's cool, man. I won't see that from you again. Bowen delivers. West Ham man gets the head up to it. Oh, Ramsdale, important flick. Oh, fortunately. Hey, what? Ramsdale banging. Souček, shut up, man. Shut up. Leave Ramsdale alone. Shut up, man. Shut up. Shut up, man. Shut up, man. You're winning, boo-hoo. Suck yourself, you pussy. Ref, you can't do that. He's clattered Ramsdale. He's attacked him. Ramsdale's scared now. Should be in prison. That's scary. Is the ref scared to book West Ham? He must be. Arteta not taking his cup seriously. He might not be, and Arteta has to hold his own mouth for that. But what I'm seeing in the 26 minutes we played so far, it's not terrible. It's not poor. Big up Ramsdale, because that's strong from him, by the way, but he is fouled. Fundamentally, you got to win or not. We're going out the cup at this rate. To be fair, Ramsdale did start it. Well, Ramsdale loves all of that stuff. He gets him up for the game. Benjamin White, Zini wants. Ooh, Ramsdale. Zinchenko, come on, Zini. Don't lose it there. Back to Ramsdale. Be brave, boys. Brave playing out from the back. Kirill, come on. Be brave. Gabriel. Back to Ramsdale. To be fair, the press from West Ham is good. Kirill. Ooh. Ooh, to be fair, Bowen won the ball. Would have loved for him to catch Kirill. That would have been a red card. Scissored him. West Ham are up for this. Look at the Scotsman, David Moyes, rallying the troops. Snapping at heels. Pressing's good. Is there VAR in this competition? I think Bowen's touching his... I don't know if there's VAR for something or if Bowen's touching his head. Something seems to have happened to Bowen. I hope he's all right. He's on his feet and that. What happened to him? I'm not quite sure what happened to Bowen, if I'm honest with you lot. Aaron Ramsdale. West Ham doing their best not to let us play our game. Kirill, that was silly. Fortunately, it's found Kai Havertz. We got away with that. Kai Havertz, get your body there. To be fair, brush past Kudus. Ref, that has to be a free kick. Thank you. Kai Havertz, I can't believe it, but you're doing your thing. I want you all to play like Kai Havertz. I don't believe it. I've given up on Partey. Love him, quality player, but there's only so much you can do in it. Kai, I hope we do score because of Mavropanos. We cannot play against Mavropanos and let them get a clean sheet. Come on, man. Things can change and stuff like that, but we remember full well what Mavropanos was like. Zinchenko back to Gabriel. And if I'm honest, Mikel, might have to be time to draw for Odegaard, you know. There's no control in midfield. There ain't really nothing about it, man. Like, Zinchenko's trying to conduct traffic. Jorginho's doing all right, but you need players with a bit of magic, man. Aaron Ramsdale. Gabriel, interestingly, telling him to calm down. Kirill. Back to Ramsdale. Ramsdale tried his best to have a higher starting position, didn't it? Tried to show Mikel anything right I can do. Aaron Ramsdale. Finally finds Kirill. Kirill to Benjamin White. Jorginho asks for it. What will White do? Finds Fabio Vieira. Goes back to Benjamin White. No VAR in this competition in 2023. That's crazy. Fabio Vieira is kind of invincible. Yeah. I wonder if that's a byproduct of where he's been told to play Zini or Boy in it. You killed Jorginho there. You need to spud Jorginho. Jorginho has got Zinchenko out of trouble once again. Or we could have been in trouble. And because of that, we now have a breaking move down the right. Come on, Nelson. Please. Floats it into the box. It's a terrible cross, really. Zini, wake up, man. Please. Trossard got no chance of William Alvarez, but I rate the effort. West Ham got themselves out of that. Oh, no, I said that. They found Reece Nelson. Come on, make this count. Make this count. Nelson has a shot. Is that a corner? Nelson, that better be something. Come on, boys. We're not out of this, man. But we do need to work Fabianski. Kudus playing a nonchalant pass, and he's found Nelson. Nelson took a touch. Didn't have too long to think about it. Did well to get the shot away on the corner. Regardless if you do bad in this game, Chelsea will one up you. Nah, man. Who Chelsea got? Blackburn. They ain't losing to Blackburn today. It's an in-swinging corner from Fabio Vieira, people. Has Havertz, Gabriel, Kirill to aim for. Hopefully it works, man. Fabio Vieira delivers a decent ball. Oh, it's whistled wide. It's a decent effort. Kai Havertz again. Kai, keep going. Kai Havertz has arrived, people. Getting carried away. I can't believe it. And respectfully to his teammates, if Kai's the best player on the pitch, what's going on? I see Trossard. I see Nelson. See Kai. Where's everyone else? And this is the thing. You have to run the risk of getting the main guys on. Havertz's best player so far. Havertz on one. It's about time, man. Takes Zinni off at half time. He's not on it. But the thing is, like someone said, with Tommy, you know, you probably want him to play at the weekend. You don't want to risk him. And as crazy as it is, I know Zinchenko's passing hasn't been the best, but I think we need your inverted thing right now. Jorginho. Felt so sorry for Jorginho there. He had to fight tooth and nail for nothing to happen there. Rice on at 45, give us control again. Hear that. Benjamin White, where's his options? There's no Saka and inshallah today. Goes back to Aaron Ramsdale. Ramsdale straight away puts his foot through it. Eddie doesn't have a chance of winning that foot race, but nonetheless tried. Zinchenko, Havertz, good play here. Fabio Vieira, get your body there, get your body there. Trossard once. Now let's go. But again, Trossard has to go home. You want him to be able to turn. Why wait to halftime? Now, I wouldn't clip no one now. Ref, that's a yellow as well when you stop play. Trossard's been caught late. This is not the game for Zinni. He's not switched on. As much as I think I agree with you lot's comments with Zinchenko, I think he's got to stay on. If he's still messing about at halftime, I think changes need to be made. Zinchenko puts it into the box. Trossard is still alive. Kai dive, man. Oh, ref, come on, man. This is what I hate about football. Sometimes it gets real WWE-ish. All you got to do in today's day and age is just drop on the floor. Just, and you've got a free kick. What's going on? What is going on? That's calamitous, man. Do you know what? That corner is one of those things. If I'm honest, Ramsdale need to pattern up as well. Ramsdale and Benjamin White need to do better. I don't know what Ramsdale's going mad about. You keepers are too protected. Even mine, you're too protected. Would have been nice to see some protection there. Absolute farce. What's going on? Ref thinks he's doing a good job. Someone needs to slide tackle him, man. Everyone talks about players should be docked wages and things. Why don't they start? And it's a bit mad because it's a man's job, but why don't they start docking referees' wages? Eddie, get your body there. Get your body there. Well in, Eddie. Zinchenko with a header. Ooh, Jorginho, that was a bit fugazi. Kirio, you got to be a man there. A bit half-hearted, but we got away with it. You got to claim that situation. It's a dogfight. Word to Matt Turner. Kai Havertz wants to get Jorginho. Lovely. Zinchenko. Come on, Zinni. You've got it in you to play better, you know. Fix up. A lot of people are onto you, know. Timber's name's ringing bells. Tommy Yasu's out here. Kirio agendas. Not too many people are fond of you, but I am. Keep going. Not really creating nothing. And at the end of the day, chance creation and shots create goals, innit? And just as I said, that at this point, I trust Kirio at left back if we tire up Tommy today. I like him. Jorginho's been fouled again. Ref done well to play on. Eddie and Nketiah. And you can see how frustrated Trossard and Nketiah are. Look how deep they're dropping. But we knew this was going to happen with the changes made. Reece Nelson down this right-hand side. Fabio Vieira come inside, man. Pause. That was crazy. See how football committee say some crazy things. Reece Nelson. Jorginho. Back here with Vieira. Vieira, come on, man. Magic, man. To the back post. Kai, what touch was that? You know what? That's the first bookie thing you've done today. So I allow you. Ref, how long's Fabianski want? Just seeing the replay, I don't even know what White was trying to do. I don't know what White was doing. Don't know what Ramsdale was doing. Don't know what we was doing between Gabriel and really Zinchenko before that. We deserved that. I wrote this game off weeks ago. I have a hard time doing that, man. I'm like every fan. You want to win everything, go as far as you can in everything, and live a movie. Unfortunately, that can't happen. But if it stays 1-0, like, because of the circumstances we've just seen, it'd be frustrating because, again, it would be a case we shot ourselves in the foot. Zinchenko in possession. Who have you found? Trossard. This is where you want Trossard to receive it. But again, Kudus is doing well as well. They're getting out early to him, if I'm honest. Saka stay warm, man. I want a bit more from my right-hand side. And it's here with Reece Nelson, speaking of the right. Come on, Nelson. Pick out a pass. Nelson, hit it. Use your left peg. Use your left. Swing your left, man. Swung his left. It's cannoned off a cannon shirt. A hammer shirt, apologies. Benjamin White. Nelson. Come on, turn on that. Nelson, you're on stuff. You're better than Jadon Sancho, that's for sure. Well in. Kirio. Zinchenko. West Ham on the counter attack. Don't foul him. Fortunately, we've got the ball back. Zinchenko, please fix up, man. Please. Or just tell the gaffer it's not your day. So it's okay for it to not be your day. Sometimes it's just not your day. You're doing crazy things, mad things. Someone that's like, for all his faults, someone that is very cute and clever on the ball, doesn't really give it away. You know, obviously everyone does, but you get the point. Like it's too frequent. And we said it before the game. West Ham will break just like that. We saw Mavropanos do it. Was it Mavropanos or Ronaldo? Kyrgios, Nelson. Come on, Fabio. I need a you're playing all right for me, but I need a bit more, man. Just a tiny bit more. What do you want Vieira to do? I don't think I've done stuff. Are Spurs still in this competition, my friend? Make sure you're following for all this trolling, you know. No, you just said account created. Man, bitches. Gabriel. Come on, boys. Trossard. This is where you want to see Trossard receive outside the foot pass. Zini, come on, be a man. He squared. Eddie, come on. Eddie, please. What happened to the powers from the weekend? Better. Oh, man, we got to score that, man. Them half chances there. That's the difference. Lovely ball by Trossard. Decent from Zinchenko. To be fair, let's see that again and maybe we can give Eddie the benefit of the doubt. Zini's played him. Nah, Eddie, keep it down, man. Keep it down, Eddie, and we're gone. We're back in the game. To be fair to Ramsdale, Souček was grabbing his shirt, preventing him from getting to the ball earlier. Be stronger, man. I'll give him the benefit of that. For me, obviously, it's Benjamin White's L and L alone. But before that, it's Zinchenko and Gabriel messing about. Mainly just Zinchenko. Speaking of messing about, I hope we don't concede a second. West Ham are down this left-hand side. Paqueta. Benrahma. Has to, man. To be fair, we know Eddie Nketiah is a service-reliant striker. And, like, bro, there's nothing to scream and shout about with Arsenal in the final third. Look where Eddie and Trossard are receiving the ball. We do this to ourselves, man. West Ham in possession. It's here with Mavropanos. We'll get an opportunity. I don't think the game's done. Foul. Never a foul, ref. Never. Get up, Kudus. Come on, it's Premier League, mate. You're not in Holland anymore. Reece Nelson. Kai Havertz. Come on, a bit of quality from all of us. Trossard, please. Trossard up against Kofal. Trossard, what was that, bro? Oh, my. Benrahma was trying to do crud. Well into Kyrgios for winning it. Ref. Bro, he won the ball. He headed it. Stop trying to bully Kyrgios. Like doing all this come in stuff. He wasn't doing that to the West Ham lads. What did Kyrgios do? Kyrgios, I hope you don't understand English because I hope his breath is wasted. If I'm honest with you, just chatting to a brick wall. What did he do? Didn't do anything. Slightly did something, but he didn't do nothing, man. Well in Kyrgios. That's what makes me question Eddie as a striker. He's not a bagsman. Eddie's a man that can come in and play 1-2 games, but in a cup game, like imagine that this was a Champions League fixture. You need to take them half chances there. It's not all Eddie's fault. But yeah, man. To be fair, Vieira, I don't think you're playing bad, but might be time for Odegaard, really. Not that Odegaard's form's been the best, but not seeing enough Vieira. You're not hiding, but I'm not seeing enough. I'm not happy with no one, but I'd say Ramsdale, you ain't put a foot wrong. Gabriel, you ain't put a foot wrong. Kyrgios, you ain't put a foot wrong. Trossard, Nelson, Havertz, cool. But the whole team, but everyone needs to, man. It's a difficult shot, man. But you can hit the target. He's got potential to hit the target. That's what makes or breaks you. At the end of the day, you're Arsenal Football Club. You captained our team for a bit in the last couple of games. Yeah, red hot form. And you scored that sizzler from outside the area. It's definitely a harder shot than it looks. Come on, Zinchenko. Come on, see it out. See it out. See it out. See it out. Well in. Get the ball. Get the ball. Ball boy, hurry up. Or ball girl or whoever. Come on. Rice and Odegaard second half. Don't care. I might hold off on Rice. I think one of the two. I think either Rice or Odegaard, but then you're going to have to take off Jorginho. I don't think Jorginho is warranted being dropped at this moment in time. But definitely come the hour mark. Yeah. to be fair. Trossard had no chance of winning that header. Zinchenko. Ref, how many has Bowen got to commit? Another foul, Jorginho's one. Ref, how many? Jorginho Welling putting in a captain's performance. How many? And to be fair, the game plan from West Ham's working. They're aggressive. They're pressing well. They're getting out to our wide men. More so more so Trossard than Nelson early. And it's all in front. And really, we ain't had a chance. Trossard. And again, Kudus is stuck to him like glue. Trossard, be strong, be strong. Kudus has finally won it better. Oh, ref, man. The flag's going up. And I suppose it's a good foul to win from a Kudus perspective, but come on, ref, man. You're taking the mick. Not a damn thing to scream and shout about Arsenal Football Club at this moment in time. I don't think we're playing dead, but we're not playing well. I mean, we do have the Martinellis of this world to draw for. I think this shows you that while we're increasing our squad depth and we're better, there's still a long way to go, man. A long way to go. Fabianski restarts proceedings. Benjamin White wins the header. Get there, Nelson, please. Throw into West Ham. Is there a replay? I swear it straight to pens. I can't lie. This game needs to be investigated. I mean, do you know what, Arsenal fans? We do come across as the boys and girls who cry wolf, but it's hard. Even games we win, it's hard not to feel there's an injustice about this football club. Like, especially when the same fouls are being given. Anyone want it off Benjamin White? Anyone? Where's the options for the poor lad, man? Bro, where are the options for him? Still to take the throw in. Thank you, Nelson. Get your body there, Nelson. Unlucky. That's actually unlucky. But we have some defending to do. Paqueta, that's poor from him. Zinchenko, come on. All we need is a moment of quality. We're back in the game, you know. I don't think West Ham have been amazing. They're just taking the small chance we've given them. Come on, Zinni, that's your throw. Hurry up. I mean, is it written in the stars? Declan Rice comes on and then he scores. I'd look to get Odegaard on for Fabio Vieira. Not that Fabio's playing bad. I just think we need some more influence. And I wouldn't take off Jorginho yet. But I understand, even though he's not put a foot wrong, really, if Jorginho comes off, Declan Rice allows us to gamble a lot more higher up the field. It's here with Jorginho. Lovely. Come on, thank you. Zinchenko, that's how you need to behave. Finds Trossard. Bit of quality Trossard. Please take on Kafau. He don't want it. I have to give Kudus credit. He is helping out his fullback. It's a dream as a fullback to see a winger or a wide man or an attacking player actually help. Kai Havertz, Trossard. Is he going to go for the shot? I'm not sure what Trossard was trying to do there. We still got it, ref. Don't shag us. Still on the edge of the West Ham area. 16 touches in the up box is insane. Well, you got to pull it in their box and ultimately score. Gabriel never a foul. Well, no, Gabriel, you tried to win a foul. That was foolishness. Now it's 3 against 2. Fortunately, Kai Havertz is getting back as well. Shout out Havertz. Don't foul Bowen. He never wanted it. Don't let it go out for a corner. Kirill. Well in. Oh, yeah, and he's found Zinchenko. Kirill. Havertz. Well in. Jorginho. Gabriel, that was poor. I don't know what foul you tried to win. You won't get an acting job. Not even in Top Boy. Trossard. Jorginho. Just need to start having some shots. I feel sorry for anyone being kept out of this team by Havertz. To be fair, Havertz is slightly the best player on the pitch right now, which is something to cry about or be encouraged about. Long searching ball for Nketiah. Never had a chance, but not got Nketiah into the game. 4 minutes of added on time. 2 minutes of added on time. Maybe like I can't read. This game's flown by. Wait. Second half FC, we need to turn up. Don't forget to get your halftime notes and thoughts and all of those things, people, in as we get closer. Kirill, Gabby, and Jorginho stop the bleeding. Listen, I've been impressed with Jorginho. Because it's games like this, you're shook for Jorginho, really. And he's done well. Ain't got a bad thing to say about it. I don't even think it's a game to be effing and blinding. We've just made one stupid mistake and we've been made to pay for it. Kai Havertz can't win the header there. Gabriel sends it where it came from. Eddie, get up. No chance, really. Souček wins the header. Paqueta. Well, Paqueta, you won the foul. Don't act like you was hurt. I saw what he did. Manchester'd it, knew that something was happening. Acting like he's been shot. Come on, ref, man. Keep going, boys, man. Let's hope in the second half we can turn it around. Or if not, we're in trouble. If you haven't hit the like button or subscribed on Twitch, you know what to do. Not too long to go, people. It is what it is. West Ham restart proceedings. Gabriel wins the header. Souček wins the clearance. It's another throw. Gabriel. Ramsdale. What's he done? I mean, Eddie's not going to have too much joy with them kind of balls into him. See, he'll fight. He'll give it a good goal, but you're killing him. Don't foul Kudus. He wants to be fouled. He wants to be fouled. He's done well to evade about 3 Arsenal shirts. Games like this show where we need a couple midfielders, then maybe I'd even be looking at Fabio Vieira differently. I don't think he's playing bad. Just ineffective. That's the end of the first half. Come off the pitch, boys. Jog off. Unfortunately, Benjamin White's own goal is the difference maker right now, people. Since then, really, there's not been anything to scream and shout about. It hasn't been a boring watch, but Fabianski's had, I mean, he's tipped something over the bar, but I wouldn't say he's been overworked. We've had 8 shots, 1 on target. West Ham have had no shots, none on target. We've had 69% of the ball to 31. We've had 3 corners to there too, but the only thing that matters is putting the ball in your opponent's net. Technically, West Ham didn't do that, but we've done it on their behalf. And if it stays like this, they're going through to the next round. We're going home, innit? But to be fair, for these boys, this is probably one of the shortest coach journeys they'll take this season, essentially. But yeah, man. It's absolutely annoying, if I'm honest with you. So my thoughts at halftime, I think Eddie / Trossard, not enough service, not working the keeper enough. Working the keeper enough. What else have we got? Not work the keeper enough. What about that? Up the tempo. Zini's passing, horrible. Havertz's best player on the pitch. There you have it. Well, at least someone won. West Ham are winning 1-0. Liverpool seem to be winning 1-0 courtesy of Cody Gakpo. Bit more aggression. Need to take the game by the scruff of the neck. There you have it. Most disconnected game I've seen all year. Shambolic. Nah, I'm not going to lie, American Gunner. That first half was not as worse as the one at Stamford Bridge. That's the worst 45 minutes I've seen Arsenal Football Club play this season, if I'm very honest with you lot. I don't think we've been terrible today. We're just not doing enough, bro. There's just not enough going on. Worst performance of the Premier League season so far. It's not Premier League, though. But there's no way you can tell me that 45 minutes from West Ham is worse than isn't better than the game at the Bridge. It was horrible in the first half at the Bridge. At least we're somewhat able to turn it from back to front. It looked like Trossard. Sorry, where's that comment gone? It looked like Trossard was annoyed with Havertz for that foul on Paqueta. Do we have a striker or 10 men, excluding Eddie and Ramsdale? Keeping has just shown why he needs to be benched, to be honest. Who are you taking off? One of Fabio Vieira for Odegaard. I don't think you should take off Jorginho, but that Declan Rice, isn't it? This guy wants to bottle the only winnable cup. Boy. Need to be better in the final third. Knock the ball about okay, but need to be better in the final third. Playing with our dinner, man. I know technically Fabianski's had to make 1-2 saves, but it's been nothing of significance, if I'm completely honest. I can't lie, I'm putting Havertz up top and Odegaard in. That's a shout. Do you know what? That is a shout. I don't think we should take off Eddie yet or a striker yet, but that is a shout. Kai Havertz seems to be on it today. That is genuinely a shout. That's a shout. Ramsdale's being a bozo. Thinks he's that guy when playing out from the back. To be fair, the manager told you to play like that. Havertz, best player on the pitch. Midfield isn't strong enough. Need to up the tempo in this game. Moving the ball too slowly. Odegaard, Tomiyasu to come on in this second half. Yeah, Havertz up top would be worth a try for sure. That's why Raya starts. Ramsdale is ish on corners. It's nervous settings. Can't disagree. Would we call this disappointing? I really think it's been lacking. Havertz has been stepping up. Surely that is if it's lacking, it is disappointing then, surely. Havertz and Jorginho have been positive today. Ramsdale was being held. Havertz is good. Whether he's good or not, I think he's been good today. Just isn't working, DG. We put Kai up top. We have to put Rice into the left 8 to make up for the loss of defending there. Something's got to change. I don't think Arteta will make a change, but there's that. I think out of all the players, I don't want this to become a scapegoating thing, but Zinchenko needs to get his act together immediately. Immediately. Do you think there was a foul on Ramsdale? His shirt was getting pulled the whole corner. I guess you could say that, but I do think keepers are being protected. Maybe potentially you could say that, you know, but it happens in football. I'm more annoyed about the events that led to the corner. Prevention is better than cure. Nelson's been all right. For me, Havertz is playing good today. I don't know why, but if he keeps it up, hopefully he scores. We've had 8 shots, 1 on target, meaty settings, and I wonder what that shot on target was. End of the day, you got to put the ball in the back of the net, I guess, and we've failed to do that so far. Fortunately, there's 45 minutes of football. If Kai moves up top, who gets pulled? I guess Eddie and Ketty would have to be, but if you're chasing the game, do you really want to take off your only striker in the squad at the moment? Yes, we do have the luxury of Saka, Martinelli, and Cole, so we'll have to see. Nelson's attempt, I think. Fair enough. Now, to be honest, that goal goes in despite Ramsdale being held. It is what it is, man. Slap the likes, 200 in the chat. Make sure you're doing such. Nelson is on it, but everything is running down the left-hand side. Havertz can move, you know. I was surprised by his pace when he was tracking back. He wants it today, man. That goal. To be fair, Ramsdale is being pulled, but could you be a bit stronger there? He is being pulled, but could you be a bit stronger? If that was a life or death situation, fight or flight, regardless of being pulled, would you give up? You know, we can't, it's humble. We can't really be surprised because Benjamin White does that all the time against other goalies. We do that. It's dark arts. You know, against an experienced manager in David Moyes, he's going to want to go and do these things. I'm telling you now, Kai will score. I don't know. I'm just praying he does. Kai is lanky, to be fair. Don't look like he's running fast, but he can move some ground. If that goal was happening in the Prem, would it have gone to VAR? Potentially. It could potentially. You've seen them given and you've seen them given. You've seen them not. We might have got away with that. Unfortunately, you know, it hasn't. We've had some half chances, man, but we've not taken them. Look, man, the defenders that have the audacity, the fact that the defenders have the audacity to do it says it all. Overall, weak positives in the first half. Benjamin always gets bagged for it. Not necessarily all the time, man. At the same time, there's no VAR. That's the saving grace I give the ref, but we're going to have to get on with it. People, let me go and get some water very quickly before the second half starts, man. We need a bit of magic. I know a content creator who's done something.
Against this right back, Charlie, definitely.
Oh, man. Come on, Arsenal, man. If anyone could do it, we can. Come back, Kings, man. I hope so. Call it that, boys. And don't forget, people, Newcastle against Arsenal is on Saturday. We'll be doing a watch-along for that on such. Let me get my spot back. So, yeah, man. Gigi going to say it was his weak foot. Nah. All right, foot, man. Allow me. I have no positives from that half. Again, everyone's thoughts are welcome. As I say, I don't tell you what to think, just think. I wouldn't say there's positives. Obviously, there's more negatives. We're not probably playing how Mikel or any Arsenal fan or any of the players wanted to play. We're not winning. We've conceded a silly goal off our own doing. Yes, we can look at Ramsdale. We can look at Benjamin White. I'm not trying to lead the Zinchenko hate brigade, but Zinchenko, Gabriel, even the fact that it was a corner, Gabriel got him out of jail. So it's disappointing. Ultimately, goals win games. And, you know, the few half chances we've created, you know, Trossard's tried a thing. Eddie's tried something. Nelson's tried something. We can count them on one hand, essentially, and there's nothing to scream and shout about, really. Need to work the keeper. I'll be honest, Mavropanos looks booky. Fabianski looks booky. Maybe they're helping us as Arsenal fans. I'd say the most disappointing thing for me would be we see Mavropanos gallop from centre-back like he's Ronaldo and like a right winger and in the corner. I don't remember you ever doing that in an Arsenal shirt. To be fair, I remember in our defeat, I'm sure we lost at Old Trafford, but you did well once when we had the blue kit. I can't lie, your final third hasn't been the best, but I'm surprised we scored from the corner because you've been good at defending corners. No, I mean, it happens, innit? Really and truly, we have. It's just a brain fart, really. You know, to be fair to Benjamin, that goal isn't going to happen too many times this season, innit? But the one time you don't want it to happen, it has. Shot ourselves in the foot court, napping, innit? You know, it was napping in the build up to that corner. Yes, the shirt's being pulled, but I think even if the shirt's not being pulled, I think that was one of them goals that's just written in the stars. I feel like Gabriel is sometimes a bit shaky when he's not paired with Saliba. You could say the same for Saliba. Mavropanos was running down the wings like a prime Giggs. It's crazy, bro. That's the most jarring thing. Shout out West Ham. I still think it's an even contest. I think we got enough goals. Obviously, we do have the luxury of drawing for the bench. In an ideal world, you wouldn't want to. But considering we've made a lot of different changes and West Ham have a strong team out there, we're not out of it. It's just the one metric that needs to go in our favor is scoring goals and creating chances. It's not happening, really. Bunch of touches in their box, half chances, couple corners and that. They've still got a clean sheet. I think West Ham's pressing has been good. I think they've kind of tried to limit us playing out from the back. And you know, with a street smart manager like David Moyes, he's been around the block, really. So, yeah, man, it is what it is. Would you be happy exiting the Carabao Cup so you can focus on the league and champs? Not really. Like, I'm a sore loser. I don't want to go out now. Of course, you know, if you offer me, out of all the 4 trophies that Arsenal went into this season, you know, bringing home the Premier League, bringing home the champs, then great. But I want more games. It means more streams for us. And more chance of silverware, really. West Ham haven't had a chance, bro. We zanged ourselves. Magician stuff. We hammered ourselves, essentially, but let's just hope that we can turn it around and we can laugh about this. Really. Because you can't behave like this in Newcastle on Saturday. I know that much. We'll beat them. Just a minor setback. We need to create for Eddie. Feel sorry for Eddie and Trossard. Like, Trossard's having to drop to like a left-back position. Eddie, he's having to try fight in the air. And even if he has the ball, there's like 20 players next to you. We're not helping our players. I don't think Fabio Vieira has been bad, but I want a bit more. I think Nelson, I would say, you know, Nelson, I like what you're doing. Jorginho, I like what you're doing. Trossard, in the little bits and pieces you're getting, I like what you're doing. I don't think anyone's been terrible. I hope we're coming back. Smith Rowe would have been perfect today with his strength and vision. Yeah, man. Yeah, we haven't been the best in attack, just a lucky goal. So, bro, it's a cup. Sometimes you need luck. How many times? I know it's not a cup in a sense, it's a league title, but how many times during our invincible run did it look like we might lose and we ran away with something? Or you look at Chelsea's last Champions League runs, or you look at any time, you know, when was Pochettino PSG manager? When all them knockout stages where Real Madrid looked like they were going out and they made something. You make your own luck. End of the day, you know, you made the corner, you took the corner, you're winning right now. Just came on. How long has half-time been? Actually, not a clue, but there was only 2 minutes. Trossard always getting doubled up, but we should expect this. You know, Trossard has shown for the last few years he's a lethal guy in the Premier League. Him, Saka, Martinelli, logically, you're going to want to do that. And this is the territory these players are in now, essentially. So they're going to have to get on with it, man. We should always want it to be further in competitions, always hungry for trophies, don't care whatever that is. And, of course, I want to focus on the bigger trophies, but we ain't earned that right to be doing all of that yet. We have not earned that right as a football club to be screaming all of that. Bring me a champs, bring me a prem, show me some greater consistency. We can start screaming them things there. But for now, forget all of that. Declan Rice is still warming up. See what happens in that regards. Oh, let's hope it works, man. I don't think he's coming on anytime soon, but you never know. I feel that fielding a stronger team and then taking man off second half is a much smarter move than having to bring players on that have been holding the bench in the cold to chase a win. I hear that, and I think there's every logic to that, and I don't think you're wrong. But saying that, had we have played these players like we've done on occasion, and they're not doing the business, we would have said the opposite would be said, or someone pulls a hammy. But I do hear that, and I definitely agree. One little title race, and now some Arsenal fans are acting like we are that team now. As happy as I'm beating you in the cup, I still want you to win 2-1 for the Super 6 to help me hopefully bag some cash in. You're conflicted, man. I hear that. I want us to win too. Currently, who else? Chelsea are beating Blackburn 1-0. Liverpool beating Bournemouth. Fulham are beating Ipswich. Everton are beating Burnley. It's 0-0. if it hasn't kicked off already between Man United and Newcastle. That should be 15 minutes in, actually. West Ham obviously beating us. Port Vale beating Mansfield. And Exeter versus Middlesbrough ended 3-2 in Middlesbrough's favour. So we're going to have to get on with it, man. There's nothing else. We're just going to have to get on with it. There's nothing else we can do. No one's coming to save us. We need to save ourselves and help ourselves and just play a lot better, man. I hope we turn it around and we can laugh about Benjamin White's own goal and whatnot. Right now, it's no laughing matter. We've got 45 minutes with it all to do. I must admit, does this go straight to penalties, people, or is there extra time and all of that? Yeah, Man U versus Newcastle was a delayed kickoff, which is a bit annoying because I would have done a watch-along for that as well. Wonder what Mikel Arteta has said to these players. The haircut did it for Benny, probably. Well, West Ham got their own branded water. Crazy. Straight to pens. Boy, last penalty shootout, we did all right. Got it all to do now, folks. Ref, come on. How many footballs are on the pitch? Is this dark arts from the Amis? Ref, come on. Like, West Ham players are knocking the ball about. Are you trying to start the second half or not? Still waiting on the second half to start. I hope we did penalty shootout practice in training because we either need to find 2 goals or it is going to pens, folks. Ref, I hope you're adding this on. Thank you. Eddie and Ketia gets us going. The game has restarted, folks. Ramsdale's gone long immediately. Who's that to Ramsdale, though, man? To Kai Havertz. He had no chance of winning it there. Kudus flicks it on. Jorginho, get your body there, please. Oh, this is the problem. Jorginho ain't got the strength and the minerals. Zinchenko finally tracking back. West Ham could be in here. Bowen. Oh, my days. Oh, my. Thank you. It's another corner. Boys, switch on, man. Bro, it's been 25 seconds. 25 seconds. I can't even get at Jorginho because you've been strong in your duels before. That's the first one you've lost, but that's what we're accustomed to, innit? You can't do them things. Bowen's probably unlucky not to lift it over Ramsdale. Did Ramsdale get something on that, or was it all Kirill? Ramsdale's actually saved it. To be honest, Bowen probably kicking himself. Another set piece. Souček gets his head to it. Boys, just relax, man. Let that be a warning. Boys, we just need to react. Feel bad for Kai. Teta spent that much on him, and now he has to go. Now he has to get the smoke. Time for the impactors. It probably is time to draw for them. But again, the transition. Oh, and Phil should big up Gabriel, who was there as well, and also Benjamin White. It would have been a tapping for Mohamed Kudus, and then we really would have been in some issues at 2-0 down. Zinchenko, Gabriel, faster boys. Kirill wants Ramsdale. Not every day, Hollywood. Thank you. It looks like Saka and Declan Rice are warming up more aggressively. I don't know if that means anything. I don't know if the manager said, be ready, 15 minutes in, you're coming on. Zinchenko. Let me sit back. Sorry, folks. I'm getting too excited. Declan Rice, still warming up. No clue what you're saying there. Hopefully it's nothing mad, but big up yourself. All season seem to shoot ourselves in the foot. We've still got that element of capitulation. It was shown against Chelsea with how we started the game. It was shown against Spurs for how we shot ourselves in the foot after taking the lead. Shown against Fulham. Got away with it against United and showed courage in that, but another one with brain farts. Zinchenko attempts to switch play. To be fair, Emerson read that and won it. It's our throw-in, though. Got to be patient, man. But I think you need to start thinking about subs. And where's the ball, boys? Why is Arteta having to throw the ball back? Linesman acting like he ain't got feet. How did you walk to the stadium, mate? What? Gabriel finds Zinchenko. Come on, Zinchenko. We need that inverted magic. Finds Fabio Vieira. Be strong, Fabio. Come on, man. It's not even a strength thing. You could just read what they was going to do to you there. You're running into traffic. Not that I can tell pro football or anything. Fabianski finds his centre-half colleague. Chips into the channels. Benjamin White intercepts. Nelson, come on, boys. Just one moment of quality. We're back in this, Trossard. That's not a foul. I think we're fortunate there. I don't think Trossard was fouled. But I hope he's all right. Let me see. Seems like is he holding his head or his eye? Not a clue. Let's see the replay. I don't think Kudus meant it, but he caught him. It looks like his fingers have caught his face, caught Trossard's face. And that will hurt for a sec, but you'll be alright. Come on, Trossard, man. You're one of the players I'm looking to. But got a set piece, people. Kai Havertz looks like he's starting his run from a wide area. I wonder what we could do here. It's got to be something really good because it's very far out. Taking it short, Zinchenko. Trossard on this left-hand side. That's Fabio Vieira and Zinchenko. Puts it through the legs of a West Ham man. Oh, come on, Fabio. Arteta. Fabio. What? Is he offside? Fabio, come on, man. I think he was all right in the first half, but you're messing about. It's getting to that time. Gaffer Odegaard, he normally does all right against West Ham. Declan Rice is loving it, in it, warming it, taking every second, taking it all in. West Ham still close to his heart. And obviously, at some point, we're going to have to try and attempt to throw the kitchen sink. Ball to the back post. Oh, West Ham could be in here. Could us? Oh, it's peak. Fucking hell, boys. It's done, man. Safe. Well, I'll go on for the second half start. Gaffer. Like I said, changes, man. Caught cold. A delicious pass from West Ham. Cut our whole team open. Could have still had a lot to do. That is a fantastic pass. Again, fantastic pass from the West Ham centre-back. Zinchenko completely taken out the game. To be fair, he was switched on. It's a great first touch from Kudus. And now our difficult task has been made even harder. West Ham 2. Arsenal 0. The one time Zinchenko's actually tracking the runner. Sometimes you have to admire it. The pass done him. The pass killed him. But again, this is where I start to get frustrated because the start to the second half has been appalling. West Ham gave us a warning already where Ramsdale made that save. Well, League Cup, it's been great. It's been real, man. It's proper been real. Till next year. They warned us. They want to listen. We don't hear must feel, innit? They warned us within 30 seconds, people. What's the time on the clock now? 5 minutes into the second half. We're fooling about. 5 minutes into the second half. Maybe it's just not our day, but what is said at halftime? And West Ham on the break again. Arteta, I think you need to change. Look, Jorginho, glide pass. Arteta is going to get ugly, man. But nice to see Zinchenko finally probably recorded an interception. I won't draw out Zinchenko. It is down Zinchenko's side, but I don't like that one there. That they've gone from back to front, in it. Sometimes you just have to hold your hands up. It's a bloody good pass, but need to do a bit better. Kai Havertz, bro, puts it across goal. If I'm honest, where are the other players? That's actually, it's not the best of passes by Kai Havertz across the floor, but that's a decent opportunity for someone to score a tap-in. I think Declan Rice is coming on, you know. Looks like he's fiddling with his shin pads and his boots and all that stuff. At this point, smash up the clean sheet, man. Give the analytical team something. But that's disappointing, man. West Ham from front to back. Kai Havertz wins the header. Kirio. Beautiful. West Ham needed a goal. I mean, I don't see the actual point of the trophy at all. It's what, 420k if you win it. That doesn't even cover under 14s, Rage. I think on the under 14s be happy with that, mate. But it's a cup at the end of the day. Eddie Nketiah sent shot. It is what it is. Bowen does well, really. Good hold-up play from Bowen and sets it to Emerson. Emerson, Benrahma, Paqueta. Emerson continues his run. Kirio's the only one switched on. And you're at West Ham's mercy, really. Decent ball into the box. Fortunately, we've done half decent. Nelson just bullied off the ball by Paqueta there. Not that the pass was the best. Arteta changes, man. But Odegaard's a good player, man. It's a good move. Had we have done that move for the second goal, we can't forget the pass. The pass is effing sexy. Had we have played out from the back like that, we'd be waffling. Arsenal fans would be all over social media. It's fantastic play from David Moyes' side. Us now, Horrible, man. Our difficult task has become not impossible, but it's looking improbable, man. We've come back in the London derby from 2-0 already this season, but hey, Nelson, was that the most sensible of passes? Thank the Lord it got to Zinchenko. Gabriel galloping forward. Where's the options then? Fabio Vieira, show me something. Finally gets it to Eddie, plays a 1-2. Come on, Vieira, a bit of quality. Finds Nelson, Benjamin White on the overlap. There's no one for Nelson to aim for, and definitely not Benjamin White. Somehow, I thought he found Eddie. Eddie looks knackered as well. Paqueta's about to pump someone. Ref, it's gone out. Ref, it's gone out. Fair enough, Paqueta. We look out of gas. What's going on, boys? No way Paqueta's been given that free kick. WWE star, it's a smart free kick to win, but yeah. I hope these lot realize why they won't play. Not with this team. We didn't come back from 2-0. You're right. Nelson, get back. Can't be moved like that. Man are scared to take the ball and take hits. How is long ball working like that? These guys can't score. Went 2-0 down to Chelsea early second half. Came back and drew more of that, please. I think Arteta's got to earn his keep. It's a game. I'm looking at the gaffer. I'm not going to cap. It's looking like a changes thing now. Like, you've given people 10 minutes, maybe even come the 15-minute mark. Things need to change. I'm having every trophy possible, man. It ain't over. I hope it's not, but it's looking peak. Hopefully, y'all believe me now about Shambolic Zinni's rub. I'm not gonna lie. I won't kill Zinchenko. Like, it's down Zinchenko's side. You know, this is why I would have started Tomiyasu, because Tomiyasu is taller than him. He probably would have won that header. But the pass killed him. Sometimes you just have to admire it. Like, you just have to hold your hands up. It's terrible. Everything's terrible from us, but West Ham, they popped us there. First shot on target. Oh, man. And they want it. They just want it a lot more than us, man. They look hungry. Zinchenko. Jorginho. And we don't have an element of a different way of playing. Zinchenko and Jorginho trying to combine down the left. Gaffer. Saka, Martinelli, Rice, please. Even the couple players that were on this in the first half. Now, man, want to bring on Tomiyasu. And Declan Rice. I hope it works, Gaffer. Surely either Zinchenko's moving over to the left-hand side. I mean, Tommy's moving to the left, or Kyrill's moving to the left, and Tomiyasu's down this right. Eddie's day is not spent. Eddie's day is done. Surely that means Kai Havertz goes up front. To be fair, Eddie does look knackered. Jorginho off. I'm not going to lie, man, Gaffer. These are subs that should have happened at half-time, or at least one of the two like we spoke about. Just one of those days. Jorginho, you was all right in the first half, but you lost your powers, man. You're not strong enough for this team. See why we need midfielders, Gaffer. We're going to live or die by midfield, you know. And we love to learn the hard way. Not going to cap Arteta. Fabio Vieira's got 7 minutes. Well, you need to do something. Oh, West Ham could be in here again. Bowen. Oh, thank Gabriel's got a little touch on it. Tomiyasu sells Kai Havertz short, and we've got some defending to do. Tried to play and could have. Thankfully, it's worked for us. And to be fair, all our disappointments as Arsenal fans, slightly they've been coming in London derbies, Fulham, Spurs, Chelsea. What else is there? There's definitely our next game. Yeah, we beat Palace in that, respectfully to them. Declan Rice showed them the new number 8, man. Gabriel, no, man, don't force it. I know we're losing 2-0, but don't force it. Eddie's chasing lost causes there. In fact, like, what's worse than lost causes? I don't know. To be fair, I disagree with Zinchenko being asleep for that. That's the one thing. I'll get on to you for the corner, but you actually did try. You just got killed. And to be honest with you, that pass there, like, why is the centre-back got enough time to think there? I don't know. And that centre-back needs a lot of credit, because if Trent did that, Kevin De Bruyne did that, if someone at Arsenal did that, be waffling. Kirill wins the header. At least, you know, Kirill, you've done your thing. Scenes when the camera points towards Zinchenko and he starts crying again. The game's become a lot open in the second half, and you would think West Ham are 2-0 down. They just want it a bit more. Kyrill's been nutmegged. Nelson's come to back it. Oh, hey, Rev. Declan Rice, Reece Nelson, Kirill. It's fully a fight now. If we lose, I hope West Ham win it, though. At least we can sit here and say we lost to the winners. Anyways, folks, make sure you're smashing the like button, man. Jorginho needs to do weights. He just needs to become a bit quicker, man. Havertz has not been the problem today. But no one could, if anybody makes any content creators makes any videos about, you know, Kai Havertz, unless it's positive praise, not that it means much. They my Bowen has just slapped it for no reason. Ramsdale's flapped at it. Past the pad settings. Certain signings need to, certain man needed to come on a long time before. It's 3-0. Yeah, man, let's just erase this game from our memory, man. Irons have hammered us. Simple as that. Like, big up West Ham, they dealt with us. I got a sign Mikel Antonio shirt upstairs, the white jaw for it. What's happened there, man? Oh, Benjamin White's head up, bro. Everyone's just queuing up, buying up. It's taking a touch of Kyril. Everyone's just waiting for Bowen to smash it. It's raining goals in East London. Way. Game, set, match. As I said, West Ham have been the more hungrier side. To be fair, the deflection looks like it catches Ramsdale by surprise, but it's a myth. We're done. We're done. We're done. Safe. Mash up the clean sheet, man. We're done. We're done now. We're getting ripped. We're getting ripped. We've been ripped. They pumped us. What has gone on? What has been in the first 15 minutes? And bro, I don't rate you. I don't rate you, Matisse. You didn't answer when you lot were losing, you shameless guy. I'm still answering. You didn't beat us. West Ham are doing what you could. Shut up. Look at these guys. Look at these guys. Reece Nelson delivers. Ironically, we said earlier, like, it's going to get a lot more uglier. I mean, at this point, we just have to run the... no one cares about the League Cup anyways. It's not important. We just have to run that one, man. Even though I don't agree. Play with fire, you get burnt. We've been burnt. What's that? West Ham's first 2 shots on target. And they bagged. And we're generous to give them a goal. And it's going to get a lot more uglier. Arteta, you need to change something, bro. Sometimes you just have to hold our L. Like, you might as well just go free at the back. We've lost 3-0, innit? Because if it can get worse, it can. Boy. Saka and Martinelli might as well stay on the bench. We've lost, innit? What's the point running around in a game like this? Eddie's pressing. Who's pressing with him? They're just going to pass around him. Fabianski's trying his best David Raya impression. Kofal heads it on. Kudus. Gabriel. Bro, where's the discipline? Man are just chasing headless chickens. This is where I get frustrated. Keep your discipline and your standards. Winning and losing comes with it. But come on. Wait, safe. It's been nice. It's been nice, man. It's been nice. Oh, man. So we can. We're getting slapped. We didn't come out in the second half on anything. And West Ham have dealt with us. And if Paqueta and Alvarez were eligible to play on the weekend, David Moyes probably would have took them off. Kai Havertz been our waviest player. What? The game stopped. What's happened now? Right. What happened to Bowen's face? Damn. Hope he's all right. It's like he's been in a boxing match. Hey, hope he's all right. What the hell happened to Bowen? But Yeah, we hate the League Cup, man. Now, man, want to draw for Martinelli and Saka. What's the point, man? Just mash up the clean sheet. 3-1 looks a lot more sexier than 3-0. But it's wasting time. Saliba warming up for no reason. He thinks, let me just get a kick about with the lads at this point. Well, Ron, some of my boys are at the game. More for you lot, you know. More for you lot. Ain't no one tell you to go to this, you know. No one tell you to go to this. Tommy Ashley. At this point, I'd be happy if I see 10 passes. You lot better not play like this against Newcastle. I know that much. I think Arteta resting players is one thing. The players are on foolishness today, man. I really hope Bowen's all right. He's still on the floor. I hope he probably get some stitches, you know. I hope he's all right. He's his boss. Boy. How many balls? How many times are 2 balls going to be thrown onto this pitch as well? Ref, you're falling for this. Hey, some of you told me we're getting back in this game. Why didn't we just let West Ham have the ball? They rely on counters only. Arsenal effed up my acca. See why I don't gamble no more. Nelson delivers. Important punch out from Fabianski. Nice to see some keepers, regardless of being pulled, are standing up tall. Trossard. Bowen's back. Credit Bowen. Boss Iron, he's still on crud. DJ, I predicted 3-1 West Ham on Twitter. People can rest now on Raya Ramsdale. I still think Ramsdale has a chance, but this is where I told him stop waffling about the shoot, man. Another game, Trossard starts, don't really do anything. Back to the superstar settings, please. Can the real wingers come on? Saka and Martinelli. Martinelli likes bagging against West Ham, but it's too little too late, man. Whoa. I wouldn't say Saka Arteta just yet. Let's chill out a bit. But I'm not going to lie, Trossard, why are you walking? I told man we were losing as soon as I saw that lineup. Arteta clueless once again. Didn't take it seriously, man. Nelson been our best player tonight. That's saying something. I'm just going to tell myself Odegaard's got an underlying problem because 66 minutes on the clock. Why is Fabio Vieira still out there? Oh, the ops are calling me, man. Hello, mate. Hello. Why are you calling me? What happened?
Huh?
What happened?
What you said?
What? Because you're beating Blackburn, you lot can give the big one now. Is that what you lot on? You and Matisse calling my phone. This is cool. You lot couldn't do this against us. You think Arteta's getting bopped against Chelsea? Like,
Don't stop thinking they're Man City nowadays, fam.
no, we beat Man City. We don't know about that.
Don't stop thinking they're going to square.
Mate, I don't know what Arteta's doing today. We'll hold our L today, man. We'll hold our L today. Make sure you win. Make sure you never lose again.
We're not losing.
You lot are playing at your level, man. Come on. Like, Blackburn. You're doing a lot of acting for a team that lost to Brentford, you know.
Friends are different thing, fam. We're not talking about friends.
So what do you want to talk about?
We're talking about the cup that you and I get and swank.
I don't mind this cup thing. I don't mind this cup. There's youngsters playing, man. Cole Drewbury's on and that.
Don't thought they can play the Eat, man. It's cool still.
There's always an agenda. Kai Havertz been 30 though. Champions League winner.
That's what we can't have this. It's calm, bro. Saka and Martinelli just come on, innit? It might be a comeback.
Man, safe, man. Get out of here, blood. Safe, man. Safe. You know, in life, you have to be humble. You can't always laugh at people. It's my day to get laughed at. Losing's calm, but like losing like this, man. I'd say the first 10 minutes of the second half, diabolical, man. Or first 15. And this is why a lot of you, man, don't stop. Credit, bro. These are tired long balls forward as well. This is tired. Saturday's looking ugly. Nah, man. Next game, new optimism. But right now, we got slack, man. You signing Bowen for 100 mil? Nah, not for 100. But he's more than welcome. I felt bad for Ramsdale for the first tug shirt and the second Gabriel no-look defense, but the third, I'm sorry, that was pure flip-flap. He can hold bench and clean Ryan's boots. As I said, when the next Allison's on the scene, bro, should bin them both, man. I still believe in Ramsdale. I still like Raya. I still don't want reactionary stuff, and I urge you not to, but this is why certain man don't start. And even that, like, what's been the game plan today? I do think it's more of a case on the players. Arteta's moving like Ten Hag right now. Why is Fabio Vieira still on pitch? Take him, Jim, man. Please. Like, I like you, Fabio, but this ain't the game for you, man. Right, you know what? Tomiyasu, Rai, Saka, Martinelli have done nothing, but I'm actually praising them for that. They've done better than anyone, excluding Nelson and Kai Havertz. And for a second, Jorginho. Benjamin White. Tomiyasu. We've been slapped today still. Boy. Big up David Moyes. Big up Moise. Benjamin White. Now I'm going to start doing wavy passes. Well in Martinelli. Kai Havertz, can you win us a foul? Kai Havertz in this pocket. Martinelli, man on. Kudus was not ramping. Disarmed him for that pass. West Ham, I've wanted it a lot more. Kyrgios, well in. Nah, I spoke too soon. Bowen disarmed him. See, even you, Kyrgios. And that's a good foul for Bowen to win. Oh, man. Yeah, man, I ain't got time for the Arteta outing, man. If you legitimately want him gone, fair enough. But yeah, man. Yeah, we'll hold him free. A10, allow it. Like, we can take losing in the cup. You laugh at us, but yeah, remember you, man, innit? Love for the super chat. Hey, yo. I don't know about the second part, so I came on, but love for the fact, man. Just read the second part. You know what? That trolling made me laugh a bit. It's the only sort of humor we found today. Declan Rice. Gabriel. Martinelli. Smash up the clean sheet, please, man. Football's crazy, man. You could be riding the highs of beating City and seeing hat tricks and that, and like then this. Crazy. United are not going to lose that though, man. And I know we can run bands, but like, who cares about United, fam? Like, I'm an Arsenal fan. We're losing. Bukayo Saka, just please. The only thing that can make this worse is if players start pulling up and my hamstring and this and that. Gabriel. But you know what it is? In my head, psychologically, it's still 0-0. Like, I still haven't processed the first goal. I haven't processed the first 15 minutes of this. Saka's out in this left-hand channel. Apologies, I'm even racist. Thank you, yo. Camera angle's not the best. These players let Arteta down. They did. But Arteta's also shown some naiveties. Arteta, the first 15, 10, in fact, the first 5 minutes, second half are on you lot, man. You needed to take off one of Tomiyasu or Jorginho. And I think at the time, Jorginho was playing half decent. But as you see, once he's fragile defensively anyways, once he loses a bit of stamina, it's peak. Yeah, crazy, innit? Oh, man. I remember that live DG said if we don't put our struggle level, we would get smoked. You're right. It's, bro, West Ham are not a team to ramp with. Martinelli's trying to wait to foul. That's a myth. That's a myth. And now you fouled him. Martinelli, that's so silly from you as well. So silly. So silly. Don't moan with the linesman. I'm the first to draw out authority, but you're wrong. Ref, how long is he on the floor, though? Kofal's way too ugly and that to be acting like he's fouled. Leave that to Paqueta, man. Speaking ugly, spare a thought for Bowen, man. I don't think Danny Dyer wants cheeky time today. It looks like he's been in a YouTube boxing match. We're looking mad. We're moving mad. We're behaving mad. It's one of them games, man. We just need to forget it immediately. Immediately. I ain't going to get vexed about this, man. I'm vexed about the performance. I'm vexed about not being through in the cup, but just got to hold that sometimes. What I will say is if a fourth goes in, there's problems. And I hope West Ham go on and win this trophy. I'd rather lose to the team. At least we can say we lost to the eventual winners. And for me, the maddest thing is still Mavropanos dribbling from his own half. The centre backs have not rated us today because we've not respected ourselves. Kyrgios, Benjamin White, Kyrgios turned a terrible pass into a half decent one. Declan Rice, Kyrgios. Do you know what? Fair enough, you lot. Arteta out. Chill, man. Does my head in how they weren't halftime changes. Arteta is so concerned about keeping faith in the squad rather than doing the right things. These are the guys you rely on, not good enough. Boy. Just make sure you get me 3 points away from home at Newcastle, innit? Comeback season never ends, bro. Yeah. Got 3 goals. You got to throw more than the kitchen sink. I mean, listen, I'll hold my hands up if we somehow found them goals there. 1-0, I thought, yeah, you know what, we're not out of it. At 2-0, it's like, oh, it's away from us now. At 3, forget it. I don't want the players to give up. There's a certain way in doing things. Saka's pass, that was horrible there, man. And this is the one thing. Sometimes when your team's playing crap and you bring on subs, the subs start dropping to their level. I'll tell you, you got one more sub if, I'm just about past maths, but what? Tomiyasu, Declan Rice, Saka, Martinelli. Bro, there's all 15 minutes. Gaffer, how's you need to lie to me and tell me Odegaard's the knock is worse than you thought, You have to, because this is up there with Ten Hag keeping Rashford on in the Manchester derby. This is ridiculous. And the only one, I have sympathy for Havertz because now people are joining the press with you. There's a way of doing things, and this ain't it, man. You don't get mad up like Curtis. She'll shout Curtis. I don't know what he does. I don't really care what anyone does. Like, of course I get mad, but I'm not gonna scream and shout and carry on. Not saying, listen, if that's how you channel yourself, do your thing, no shade. But what's that gonna do? You're just gonna get more peed off. Credit to West Ham. The only reason I hate losing games is that everybody's on to me. And they're on to me on WhatsApp. You lot win today, man. From time man are doing kick-ups on the pitch, you have to clamp them and kick man for no reason. Arsenal are kind of playing like they don't want to be in this cup. I don't blame you. Hey, that black guy, he's been like what they call it, NCP or whatever it is. They're showing him in the fan base as well. At least Arsenal fans are still smiling. What have you got to? At least you're in Stratford. If you're there with your missus, you can get a quick bite to eat and cut, man. West Ham will win it because they dedicate on killing their 11 on weekdays. Harsh. To be fair, they got a chance of winning the trophy. Kai Havertz, you know what? We can leave with something. Let's speak it into existence. Kai Havertz goal today, man. Let's leave with something. Boy. It's not going to be a happy stream tomorrow whenever I go live again, innit, people? Oh, lovely turn from Tomiyasu. Fabio Vieira once. Tommy, don't trust him. He's not on this. Thank you, Benjamin White. Eddie's knackered as well. I feel sorry for Eddie as well. He's knackered. Tomiyasu. Fabio Vieira. Got a lot of time for you, Fabio Vieira, but today, don't know how he's still on the pitch. Poor pass. Declan Rice, no urgency there. Boy, Fabianski clears it. Bro, thank you, Arthur. Benjamin, what are you doing? Making a meal of this today, boys. Thank you, you sorted it out. Odegaard's finally coming on. Ramsdale's been set up. He's been media as well, man. I just can't be frustrated. I accept it and move on. Got to move on, but the players better not be eating and jogging in the Emirates Stadium. These players, but Arteta needs to put on you needs to ask David Moyes and the ground staff, stay open. There needs to be a training session because you lot didn't play today. You didn't play today. None of you could be tired. Only a handful. None of you could be tired. You might as well ask them to play behind closed doors friendly or something. Or do bleep test as punishment. Bowen is such a player, man. Obviously, Declan Rice is regulated, but he's such a player. Tomiyasu, that touch was horrible there. That free kick, yeah, it is. My opinion, coolest man of the match, hands down. I think in the second half, he's taking it. I think Paqueta was the one from West Ham who looked relatively sharp. Man said Reece Nelson, Fabio Vieira giving you verbal and FM for minutes, but playing like this when they get opportunities. You'll only find that funny if you follow me on Football Manager. But yeah. Saka, shoot. Are we leaving with something? We're not leaving with nothing. Eddie, bang it. Number 14 Powers. Oh, Lord. I don't know what number 14 that was. Tomiyasu wins the header. Complacency is the only thing. I don't buy this tired. Obviously, the players that are out there are tired. I don't buy the fact that we never had minutes in our legs. I think Arteta could have went strong because ultimately, hindsight's a wonderful thing. But ultimately, you're still bringing on the same players that people are saying are rested. I think the 15 minutes at halftime and the 5 to 15 minutes in the second half, that's where I'm kind of annoyed with Arteta because I think a change. I think obviously, I don't think he wanted them to play like this. And I don't think he definitely wanted to come out in the second half like this. But I think at least one change to send a statement needed to happen. And immediately, you know, way before the second goal went in, certain man needed to come off. Martin Odegaard. These men want minutes and this is how they perform. But certain man getting comfortable. If we're still 3-0 down, making halftime changes, Arteta would have absolved the blame. He can hold this. Boy. Back to earth, Eddie. Do you know what I feel sorry for Eddie? Like, bro, what service have you been given? I know he's been swiping at some shots today and whatnot, but bro, even Saka's losing his powers, man. Passing to claret shirts. They might score a fourth, you know. It's looking like it can get a lot more uglier. Mohamed Kudus. Bro, he's feeling himself. He tried to score. I think that's a corner. Quality player. Eddie's off-the-ball movement is really poor. He just stands and jogs about in a half space where a pass to him does nothing. Eddie needs to move to Leeds again on loan as they need the boost. Harsh, man. Shout out DG. Couldn't watch the game here in Australia, but I've been following the watch-along. Appreciate that. Your thoughts on Ramsdale. I was rooting for him. I'll always root for Ramsdale. I like him, but this is why I tell fans to shut up, man. Like, Raya and him, like, they're still in the same bracket, but they're both kind of meaty. I feel sorry for Ramsdale per se for the first goal. The third goal, everyone got sourced in it. Nah, DG, Eddie doesn't need service. Remember the third goal, shouts me for I hear that, but he's service for like, look at this. They're bringing on Ward Prowse now. That's the inevitable corner. Bringing on him just for a set piece now. Depressing performance, the worst we played all season. Can't pass, can't win second balls. It's like they all fell asleep on the coach. In swinger from Bowen, actually. Bowen delivery. Thank the Lord. There's not a fourth, boys. Come on. Credit to West Ham, man. They dealt with us today. Ain't even broke a sweat. All right. Fabio Vieira. Thank you. All right. Their next 50-50, you see Paqueta. Everything needs to go. Everything needs to go. I respect their skills. It's lit. Man are flicking it over heads and that. Fabio didn't let him complete it, but the next bro, get him out of here immediately. I've seen Mavropanos dribbling. People are flicking it over heads. Get him out of here immediately. Blood in the sock settings. Not injury in that, but yeah. Odegaard. Declan Rice. You just don't want to score against your old team. I've seen you lace it from there. It's cool, though. Now Ramsdale's transfer value has plummeted. Went from a 60 million player to a 30. First goal was a foul. Shouldn't have stood. Second goal, unsure if we could do better. Definitely could have. Definitely could have. Wasn't the sweetest of strike. Third goal was tougher deflection. Not the biggest, but a deflection was the same. I think, yeah, man. I think you're right with the deflection. It was bang on. But in the moments that led to it, it's reactionary defending. Benjamin White's headed it out. Everyone apart from Declan Rice is waiting for Bowen to line up the shot. Second goal, I've got a bit of sympathy because it's a great pass and a great, couple moves from Kudus. But again, we're allowing them to move from front to back. First goal, for me, it's more of the build-up that led to it. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, man. We've been idiotic today, let's be real. I'd say make sure you beat Newcastle and it's all good to a degree. With time, I can forgive the fact that we're out. It is what it is, really. Oh, man. Too easy for them to build up play, man. Red ball, slight deflection. Only Rice closing. I even think Kyrgios standards have dropped in this second half as it's gone on. Martinelli and Akers a space. Not anymore, though. The first lineup was like the team with Socrates and them, man. Let's just take the FA Cup seriously. I've said it before. I love Mikel Arteta and what you're doing. But since we won the FA Cup under you, well, I think you've disrespected that trophy, if I'm honest. And we've done some nonsense. So, need to keep going. Man doing rainbow flicks, broski. Like, imagine he completed it. Getting violated. You think I'm watching highlights of this? Saka passed the ball, man. And the thing is, now Benjamin White's got another 90 minutes under the belt for what? God forbid. We need to pray my man does not get no hamstring knock or anything. Odegaard, Tommy, get your body there. Thank you. Declan Rice. I can't lie, against Newcastle. I'm on seeing El Nene, Rice, Odegaard, TT at left back. I hear that. I don't think El Nene will get a start. Because he ain't started in 10 months, barely played. To be fair, where is he? Is he even on the bench? He could have got some 2-2 games today. Shout out West Ham, street smart once again. Odegaard to Benjamin White. I mean, he's put a cross in. Kofal's knocked it clear. I mean, cool. When West Ham could be bothered to have some shots on target, you know, they scored 2 more. Got to be clinical. They've taken the chances. What have we created? I mean, Kai Havertz tried to barge Mavropanos. That's one thing I'll give them. Them Greek men are strong. You can't move to him like that. Still, that was a myth. Almost as idiotic as when Reece Nelson tried to barge someone. And Trossard today. Our decision making has been terrible today, man. Benjamin White is still the guy. He's good enough to not watch football, but every now and again, I think you need to put it on TV, and today's one of them, bro. Has he found Saka? Saka, we're leaving with something. Saka, you know you can use your right peg in it. You know you can use your right peg in it. We've seen enough today. Come on, just get a goal. Mash up the clean sheet. They need something to review after this. Corner kick from Martinelli. Boy. Odegaard back to Martinelli on this left-hand side. Not the best of touches from Martinelli. Kofal on him like a rash. Martinelli. Brazilian Duracell battery keeps possession. But it's West Ham don't mind this. This is bare side to side. They're winning 3-0. It's good practice for whoever the hell they got on the weekend. Odegaard, is he going to leng it? Deflection? Fabianski equal to it. It's more than I've seen from Fabio. I like you, Fabio, but even on his media soft days, Odegaard is on more stuff than you. The certain squad players, there's not the level of... Only Tomiyasu really and truly brings that level of consistency required, and to a degree, Trossard. Trossard died in the second half. He's all right in the first, but it's another one where Trossard looks a lot better as an impactor than a starter. Bring on Kurt Zuma, the cat, man, and let's kick him up, man. See how he feels. Mohamed Kudus, you know, great signing for West Ham. And you can see why. Right, it is where it is. Offside flag saves us. Best bit of defending I've seen from us all day, really. Odegaard should have started. Half-time change is required. I'm surprised David Moyes, they ain't got no 16-year-olds on the bench or something. This is the perfect game for you lot to get your debut. Mohamed Kudus, I can't lie. I'm a fan of the game first, Arsenal second. You had a good performance. We're not a shoot-hungry team. And it's games like this that, again, you would love for Arsenal to have another striker that we could be a bit more direct. How long does Arteta beat this Havertz horse? He's got no choice. You spent 65 million. And to be fair, Havertz has done his thing. Newcastle are beating United 2-0, but that don't Misery likes company. I ain't trying to be with them United duns, man. Eddie hasn't scored away for 18 consecutive games. I take Fabianski over Rams. Nah, I'm still sticking with Ram Dizzy, but gotta hold that today, man. Possession don't mean nothing. This is like when you, bro, you don't watch. Some of you watch me quite a few times in the week in Football Manager. I've bare possession, but we're not doing what needs to be. Actually, we're playing like how I play in FM, really. Damn. And the one thing I hate about this now is like, I'm not saying don't criticize people, but you know, we all know Zinchenko, Ramsdale, even though I don't think Ramsdale's the worst player on the pitch, they're all going to become public enemy number one. When you play like this, how can you go to the manager asking for minutes? But we've not looked like scoring today, even with the first team players on. It's too little, too late. They're trying to adapt to the tempo of the game. We're chasing it. As I said, I genuinely believe sometimes when you bring on subs and we're playing poorly, anyone's playing poorly, you drop down to their level. I don't know what silly excuse of tackling that was. Bowen's playing with one eye. Bowen could even close his eyes. Fabio, you're the luckiest man. I still here, fam. We'll focus on the silver lining that we can focus on other competitions. Dead that, man. Like, bro, there's always something you can learn from this week. Yes, we can count our blessings that we didn't lose in the league, but we're out of a cup. This level of defending, unacceptable. Even games we've won, there's been elements of behaving like this. Is what it is. Got to move on to next week, onto the weekend. Mikel must be feeling how you felt on Monday. Bro, Monday was a head loss. Martin Odegaard, Saka. Trossard doesn't have 90 minutes in his legs. I don't think he has even has a half really permanent super sub thing. I don't think he's there's probably a handful of games Trossard's been good from start to finish or in his starts. Martinelli, Tomiyasu. That's the left-hand side I want to see at Newcastle. I'll say that much. Odegaard begging for the ball. Tommy, bro. It's cool, man. It's cool, Tommy. Ah, man. Ultimately, as Arteta says, and as we all know, football decided in both boxes, and we haven't done that. We've not been efficient, not been effective. And that's why we're going out. Shout out to West Ham. Dealt with us today. Boys against men. I think the turning point was at half time, to the point where I'm probably sitting there now, and I don't even think David Moyes was happy with how West Ham were playing at half time. They came out on smoke. They got hammers, we got irons. They're the only ones that were busting their burners. We didn't do nothing. We'll be fine this weekend. Just need to get out of here and move on. Any manager resting Saliba and Rice for any game against a Premier League club needs a brain scan. Rice has been injured once in his career. What's he resting him for? I actually want this game to hurry up and finish. Spare a thought for me. I'm going to watch this again. Like I do. I watch every Arsenal game again. So you can see why it's even more imperative to win a game. Kudus was auditioned for his big club move. He's at West Ham for a couple of years. Unless there's a release clause or something. It's big bread. You know, it's big bread. Kai Havertz. If there was one positive, I don't know what's there. I say Kai Havertz. I don't know how Fabio. I get why Fabio would stay on. He's a creative player, but how's he staying on the pitch? Martinelli, Benjamin White. It's slow. It's side to side, man. Tommy has to bang it. Forget everyone. Fabio Vieira, Martinelli. It's all slow and in front, man. It's not going to harm. This is we see this every week, whether we win games or not. It's been nice seeing you, man. It's disappointing to go out like this. I felt we could have really went on a cup run. I don't really care about them positives of there's less games. We've got a stretch squad, bro. We're in football to win, bro. Win games, win trophies, and be competitive. Can we say we've done any of them things today? Like if West Ham smoked us 3-0 and we tried our best and whatnot, fair enough. But we smoked ourselves, ref. Martinelli might have had the advantage. Fabio Vieira has been fouled on the edge of the area. I mean, Ref, he booted the ball as well. If somebody's got a, if somebody fancies trying one from range and they've got that in his locker, Zinni always gets cooked. Ramsdale always gets bullied at corners. Those fine margins cost you points. Fam. Boy. Can see why certain man don't play, man. I mean, if Wondergaard can hit a free kick, then you got something. You might as well grab the ball for no reason and start acting. Surely his favours a right footer more. Worst performance of the season, 100%. Based on the second half. This second half was worse than the first half against Chelsea, and that's effing saying something. Odegaard, I beg you hit the target, man. People following. Joke thing. Straight into the wall. Ref. Let's go yard, man. Bukayo Saka, don't do too much, please. Don't hurt yourself. Odegaard, Declan Rice, dive, man. Ref, how long, man? Let West Ham celebrate this. Let's go home, man. I can't lie, I'm trying with Kai. But boy, he wasn't levels at Chelsea, so it's crazy. Maybe some of these players are believing their own hype. They're still at the Emirates after the Sheffield United game. I don't know. I don't think any player, I can't accuse a single player of not trying or not caring, but we need an inquest as to why you lot did this. Fabio Vieira, Odegaard, bang. Mash up the clean sheet. Yeah! No clean sheet. Wondergaard. We're leaving with something. We're leaving with something. We're getting the ball for no reason. And now it's a 4-goal thriller. At least we're leaving with something. Who got the assist? Fabio Vieira. All right, cool. Someone said you should have been subbed. It weren't me, but someone said you should have been subbed. It was not me. Someone said, I don't know how Mikel Arteta is letting you play, but all right. It's only taking us 90 minutes to start creating. Hey. Can't we play for another 90 minutes? I thought football's meant to be a 100-point game. To be fair, if Arteta's got to lose to someone, let lose to one of his footballing dads in David Moyes, innit? Boy, we got dealt with. Nothing else to say. The scoreline says it all. Boy, credit to West Ham. They're better than us. They wanted it more than us. They took the chances more than us. They were more street smart than us. They stopped us playing out from the back. They were very competitive. They made it difficult and fouled us. They were rigid with low blocks when they needed to. I think they were quality, in my opinion. I actually think they were quality in terms of building out from the back. You're seeing Mavropanos dribble down the wing like he's Ronaldo. Is it a guard? That was a sexy pass for the second goal where they just cut us open. Paqueta's trying flicks and that. Like, boy, at least the only positive is the clean sheets. There's technically no injuries, no more injuries, and the clean sheet got ruined. That's the only positives. We were outmatched, outfought. As much as West Ham were better than us, they respectfully, I've praised them. They weren't amazing. We defeated ourselves. We shot ourselves in the foot. We didn't start this game well. We didn't come out in the second half well enough. And that's really where the game was lost at 1-0 after a little dodgy Benjamin White thing. You can kind of somewhat sympathize with that, expect that. But they came out like they were losing, really. They did the basis that we didn't. They wanted it more than us. As I always say, there's no shame in losing a football game, but if a team can say they outfought you and you didn't play to your maximum, then you shouldn't sleep today. Your conscience should keep you up. There needs to be another training session at London Stadium. None of you even probably need a shower. None of you could be dirty. None of you could sweat. None of you could be sweating today. Horrible. Horrible. Certain squad players, maybe because they started in the last game, believe their source. I don't want to be, you can imagine Ramsdale versus Raya is going to be a hot topic today. Zinchenko, obviously Zinchenko terrible defensively. The first goal annoyed me. Maybe Ramsdale could have done better. Maybe he was pulled. Benjamin White smoking something special there. Even with the way he's attempted to head up, but the build up to that, Gabriel had to give away the corner because Benjamin White is sleeping. The second goal, I'm not really that vexed at it, because it's a effing bloody great pass from the left-sided centre-back from West Ham, but still, we're letting them play out from the back. We're not aggressive. We're not pressing. The pass has killed Zinchenko. To be fair, as much as I'm criticising Zinchenko for switching off for the first, you actually were switched on for the second. You're just not good enough defensively, and Kudus has cut you open. The third goal, the second goal, that was the third goal. Boy, maybe Ramsdale could have done better. In real time, I do think, to be fair to him, that is coming at you very quickly, and it has taken the deflection of Kirill. Benjamin White's clearance is nonchalant. Declan Rice is the only one flinging his body in front to not allow Bowen to score. Football is about asking yourselves the right questions and making the right choices. Can we say we did that? Mikel Arteta, the subs, man. I don't know how Fabio Vieira got 90 minutes. Fair enough, he got an assist. Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli, all them man there needed to come on a lot sooner. And if they weren't going to come on, could you have started them? Jorginho, I actually think he played all right in the first half. But when it became clear he needed to come out of gas, came out of gas, that sub should have happened. As a lot of us said in this watch along, for me, Tomiyasu should have come on at half time. I don't think that second goal happens just because Tomiyasu's taller than him and is a bit more switched on. Horrible game, man. Disappointed to go out the cup. Obviously, you want to win them all. Disappointed in the level of the performance. Disappointed in that it does knock a bit of the wind out of your sails going into the Newcastle game. But all you can do is congratulate West Ham and keep it moving. Like there's genuinely not much more that you can say. There's no positives. You know, I would say that is the worst. And I've probably said that against Lens. I've definitely said that in the first half against Chelsea, or for 77 minutes till we got signed out of the game. I didn't feel the first half was terrible. But in relation to what I saw in the first and the second, that's our worst 90 minutes of football. Hopefully that never happens again. So yeah, credit to West Ham, but we was on a play thing today. We was doing Mickey Mouse stuff. We deserve to lose. We defeated ourselves. Credit to West Ham. Hope we go and win the trophy. So at least I can sit here on the shameless one and say, "Rah, boy, we lost to the winners." But there was no invention in our play. There was no intention in our play. We can have all this possession in the world. There has to be something to it. You know, West Ham. David Moyes probably weren't even happy with that. We got fists up, bro. Fists up by them. As I was saying before, I distracted myself. David Moyes was probably vexed at halftime with what he saw with his team in hindsight because they wanted it a lot more than us. Like they even like their second goals, people. Their second and third goals. Sorry, that was their first two shots on target. And actually, 30 odd seconds, if we all remember correctly, like the first 30 seconds, West Ham warned us. First 30 seconds in that second half, they warned us, or 45 seconds. Who don't hear must feel. Why you always got to put your hand in the fire to know something's hot? And it just shows we have this element of making things harder for ourselves, self-capitulating. We have to lick our wounds and go again. You know, in life, the greatest thing and the saddest thing is that it goes on. So we can cry and feel sorry for ourselves, or we can slap ourselves in the face, say we got what we deserved out of life, and keep it moving. It is what it is, man. Like, boy. That's how it goes sometimes, dog. Like, that's it. Like, boy. Let's just hope, you know, when we play another team that ends in United, we're a lot better, man, because them man are beating United at the moment. I'm sure a lot of you lot's TVs have flicked over to that, bro. Horrible, fam. Horrible, fam. And that's what annoys. Yes, the performance and going out annoys me, but like any game that we can't sit here and say, yo, you know what, we gave our maximum. It's unacceptable, bro. Arsenal Football Club still, like, it's jarring. Like, Mikel Arteta, bro, halftime and the first 10, that's you lot were ramping, man. Like, credit to West Ham. Big up David Moyes. It couldn't have happened to a nicer guy, really. It's really, like, I don't care about Man United going out. I don't care about none of that, man. Big up Kudus, man. He dealt with us. Put some respect on VAR's name. Maybe VAR rules out the first one, but boy, like, prevention is better than cure. You know, that Benjamin Whitehead, that's one of them freak things that happens. But the moment that led to that corner, we were not switched on defensively. You know, when you play West Ham, the transitions, they will punish you. And they did exactly that. The second goal, if I was a West Ham fan, I'd be moving crazy over that, man. I'd be moving absolutely crazy over that, if I'm completely honest. So, yeah, man. I don't know about pacing sales for the season. Unless you've heard me say that, please don't bring foolishness to my door. No worries, man. Now you're free to run your agendas. Odegaard found his shooting boots. We left with something. Boy, Odegaard scored a goal. He's only been missing for about 10 weeks. Kai Havertz, first game, we could say, all right, you was all right today. Other than that, boy, there's no positives, man. The positives is that it's a sobering reminder that any of these players who really believe in their source, you've not achieved nothing yet. I don't know about this Arteta out stuff and all this stuff. There's nothing I can say that makes you feel better. I don't know how. Do you know what Arteta's move's been backed up? Because at the end of the day, Vieira got an assist. But hindsight's a wonderful thing. I don't know how Vieira was on the pitch longer than 45 to 60 minutes. Should have changed early, man. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. I said from the get-go, no defensive presence in midfield, and with Zinni at left-back, we were going to get ran over. My head said 2-1 to West Ham, but 3-0 with no attacking threat, almost as bad as Chelsea. 90% pass completion midfield, all getting below a 3. Learn how to drop and help the defense. It's peak because this was a very winnable cup. No City or Spurs. I think this is Newcastle's to win. But you can't create space and just jog around. The way Odegaard was moving around, we missed that all game. The very fact that I saw Odegaard score, forget that he had a shot on target. What did he do that qualifies as making him a better player? Nice moment maintaining. Because not who are you referring to there? It's suicidal to rock up in games like anytime you need to be switched on defensively. Zinni's not your guy. Let's look at it another way. Havertz looking good because the team quality is poor today. To be fair, that was a strong West Ham team. And Kai Havertz didn't turn up against Sheffield United, so I allow him today, man. I allow him today. Havertz, you tried, innit? Like, I won't get at Kai today, man. Kai Havertz might be one of the worst signings, but today, best thing since sliced bread. Ain't where Arsenal's concerned, anyways. I was referring to Havertz. We got rid of Balogun for Eddie. It is what it is, man. Where is all this Havertz slander coming from? As if I didn't say anything about Havertz. Really. No positive, just a painful reminder. Bro, like, don't get big for your boots, so you're in issues. Bars on the floor for Havertz. He didn't do anything of note all game. No one done anything of note, but at least Havertz put himself about, man. At least I can say, yeah, you know what? First time and the bar's in hell for Havertz. I'm not being funny. 65 odd million. People are talking about watching games again and press metrics and little cameos off the bench, and he's looking better as an impact sub. Of course, the bar's in hell for Kai Havertz. But with that low bar, I think you did all right today, Kai. Like, Kai Havertz, Jorginho, until you lost your powers in the second half. Kyrgios, you lost your powers in the second half. Trossard, you lost your powers in the second half. Nelson, you lost your powers in the second half. These were guys that were doing half decent, but we're a team, innit? Like, it don't matter how bad or good one guy was. We win together, we lose together, innit? It is what it is. It's a terrible way to start the new month of November. You know, we survived the spooky October. At least we're still in 3 other cups. Count your blessings, really and truly. Count your blessings, because I'd rather you do this now than against West Ham in the league, even though it's all the same to me. You know, football's a competitive game. Need to get your act together. Anyone that's head still at the Emirates with that Sheffield United game against relegation fodder, you need to pull your finger out immediately. Immediately. Kai turned up. And if I, respectfully to Kai Havertz, I'm not going to lie. If you're one of your teammates and Kai, and we're saying this, and the pundits are praising Kai if they were, you need to look at yourself in the mirror. You need to look at yourself in the mirror. Then West Ham players stood up to be counted today. You lot didn't. I want to hear about, oh, we got bigger fish to fry. We're focusing. You're a footballer. How many active footballers actually win trophies? Regardless. I know as fans, we're very snooty and things, but yeah, Zinchenko is a liability at times, but he's one of them. We know what you give us. You know what you can't do. You can improve defensively. You said you know how to do it, but it is what it is. Like, Timber couldn't come back soon enough. Eddie was poor today. It was me, D, man. Big up Queen of the South. Havertz, Fabio, Jorginho, Eddie is not good enough for Arsenal. We haven't won this cup since 1993. Disgraceful performance. I like Fabio, but you're not 30, innit? You're a squad done. You know, I like Eddie, but you're not 30. Havertz, you were 30 today, but the jury's still out. And at the end of the day, 3 of those signings were Mikel Arteta signings. Eddie, you're still in the team because he rocks with you and whatnot. But yeah, Kudus is a quality player, man. Why not play a proper back four that can actually defend and have Zinchenko in the 8 being an extra man? I don't know why Zinchenko's never played as a midfielder really for Arsenal like that, or for City really, but there's got to be something. But God forbid, if there's more injuries, now we don't know where we're at with Smith Rowe. You're looking at Kyrgios and Benjamin White and Zinchenko as midfield options. Eddie played like a player who expected the others to do work for him. He knows Jesus is out and his position isn't under threat. I hear that. I think Eddie was a victim of a lack of service. Second half, everyone fell off. Tomiyasu should be the first choice left back. I think, as we've seen throughout the season, there's different flavors of the month. I think Kai tried to make it happen, man. And he put in a shift defensively. Again, the bar's in hell because we're praising man for running about and that. But anyone that's watched Kai Havertz for the last couple of games for Arsenal and probably his 2 years or so at Chelsea, is where it is. But I don't think Kai Havertz deserves to be the man to be spoken about, really, or the talking point. So many issues. We'll never compete on 4 fronts because the squad is paper thin. Vieira and Havertz made Eddie Trossard and Nelson look bad. I'd slightly disagree. If you didn't look good today, it's because of you. Away from home, you can't get bullied away from home. You have to physically dominate or match them. We did neither. How many games does Havertz needs to settle in? Time to cut our losses. Smith Rowe over Havertz all the time. Well, generally, Kai Havertz has looked meaty. Joe Willock has scored his 3-0 against Man United. Hey, at least we're leaving with something, Halen. We're leaving with something, Joe Willock. At least an Arsenal midfielder's turned up today. We're leaving with something. Wondergaard goal, Joe Willock scoring. I'm leaving with something today, man. But yeah, like they're all meaty. Like you make yourself look good. When Kai is your best player today, you know we did poor. I'm not gonna lie. If Jorginho, I'm being harsh to Jorginho, but if Jorginho, Reece Nelson, and Kai Havertz look wavy, you're in problems. And again, I'm more concerned about the injuries to Smith Rowe, Partey, and Broadley Jesus because of knock-on effects. And you look at our midfield, it's mediocre, man. It's mediocre. I got a video coming out where maybe Odegaard should play in the left side today. I haven't done a thumbnail for it, but we need to pray. If you whatever gods you lot follow, you need to pray, bro, because there's a lot of football until January at the latest. Like the midfield options are horrible. Like I'm a broken record. Anyone that's been following me for years, I keep saying this about our midfield. We're gonna live or die by midfield. And as someone said, when it comes to, I'm not gonna say we can't match them physically because to a point we can. But it feels like with the midfield options, we've got the lightweight dons. We can only play a certain way for now. And El Nene couldn't be fit soon enough, really. You're going to be needed, man. But look at what I'm saying. You know, El Nene's a player on the peripheral things. And also, he's been out for about 10 months. Peak, man. Oh, man. There's only 3 things that can make me feel better right now, and I don't think I can save them on YouTube still. Oh man, hate to lose, anger rising. We lost every battle out there. Football, technical, fighting, all of it, man. We lost everything. Arteta halftime changes and probably that. I'm really looking at Arteta for the 15 minutes at halftime. And the 5 to 10 minutes after this in the second half, man. Odegaard's been fine. Who said Odegaard don't turn up away from home? We're leaving with something, man. Man said Havertz chasing back was like the lad stole his mobile phone. Havertz in attack is like he's lost his phone. With Havertz, like, and these kind of players, it's like it takes me back to Willian. I don't get angry at the Don no more. Like, you didn't pick yourself. You're not trying to play poor. Who's more at fault, manager or the players? The players, undoubtedly. But I can't keep bigging up the gaffer when he plays. And then when we lose, it's all the players. But the players, like, I don't think you lot don't care and stuff, but that weren't a performance of someone who don't care. You know, Arteta's already won us a trophy. A couple of them. So, yeah. Scared for this weekend if Newcastle can get a dub like that while resting. Right? And speaking of resting, they're taking off Gordon. Yeah, pick up the irons, man. Pick up the irons. Who have you lot got next? You know what, West Ham fans, just make sure, you know, you lot ain't played Spurs yet, have you? Make sure you take 6 points off them, man. And it wouldn't surprise me if West Ham respectfully go lose to Brentford or whoever they've got next. But yeah, you lot got Spurs away on the 7th of December. Make sure you lot do them in, please. Partey is important, but it's always the players that are not involved. Then you're right, but these guys will still be meaty. Timber Sly might have been the first choice left back. He might have been, and the thing with Timber, obviously, he can do that. Not to Zinchenko's standard, but he can do all of that inverted crap, and he's stronger 1v1. That was one of the first things I said when we signed Timber in big games. Which you can say this ain't a big game. You can say this isn't a big game. He's stronger defensively. Because the way I'm looking at Zinchenko, well, you need to only be playing Sheffield United. The games where we have the bulk of possession. And I actually felt early doors, Zinchenko actually improved defensively. Now it's terrible. It could be worse, though. Like, we could be bringing on, you know, Bruno Fernandes, and he could be our captain. Boy. Second youngest in the squad, but it's meaty, man. I hear that, man. Newcastle are looking good. I'm not trying to play these, man. Havertz has no conviction. It ain't ever coming. Badly profiled, waste of funds. Havertz slide been decent the past few games. It's been okay. That was the first game. I'm like, okay, Havertz, I allow you today, innit? Won us a trophy with a squad that wasn't his. It weren't his when we beat City. But I don't care about bigger fish to fry, man. Like, let's just fry the fish in front of us, innit? I'm on the verge of saying El Nene Rice pivot for Newcastle. To be fair, if El Nene can get through 78 minutes, I'm not against it. I won't cap. I'm not against it. Which is why I said we needed to move for midfielders. But as much as this football team, I love it, and I can take winning, losing, and drawing, and it does make me upset and sour with the way we've dealt with. I always find solace in that. In life, yeah, you can't. There's a certain point of getting upset. I can't control this. I can't speak to Arteta and ask what happened. I can't speak to the players. I love this football club, and I'm gonna watch the game again. Like I said, people, it's crazy, isn't it? I know. It's a madness, but I can't control it. So it is what it is, man. We'll take back Rice back for half the price. Steady, man. Steady. Don't. I hear it, my guy, but don't overdo it. Steady, man. Steady. You know what? When have we got you lot? We'll see you lot on the 28th of December, man. And then on the 10th of February, we got to play you lot again quick. We didn't lose because of Kai Havertz. Bro, I'm concerned. Don't think we are going to win anything this season because of the teams in other competitions. Just going to have to get on with it. Like, get on with it. Find another way of putting the ball in the effing back of the net as well. Like, we're not street smart at all. That's what jars me. Nah, of course it's banter, man. Giving a bit of banter back, man. Man. Chill out, man. I'll take a draw at Newcastle and then we'll have a decent run after. If you can't win, don't lose. We need a bit more depth if we want to challenge, but it's definitely not the time to panic. Football fact, bro. When we win games, we're the best thing since sliced bread, and that goes for all clubs. When we lose, it's horrible. Havertz and Vieira are 100 million alone. Terrible use of funds. Bro. If it is 80 to 100, bro. Big up yourself, man. Big up yourself, West Ham. I would have loved Maddison, but there's no point in me waffling about the players that are not at this club and what we could have done and should have done. We need to maneuver with what we've got in it. Good or bad in life, everything has led to us to be at this point. So we can either feel sorry for ourselves and behave like little itches, what rhymes with itch, or put our big boy pants on and move forward. You lot need to be at training bright and early, 7 a.m., 6 a.m. even. Whatever time Arteta was there in the all or nothing, you need to be there before. None of you need to do all that swimming stuff and gym work and all that recovery session because you ain't recovered from nothing. Bloody hell, mate. Some of the siders have been smelly still. And I did a ranking Mikel Arteta signing video and I actually forgot Fabio Vieira. To be fair, last year we turned up with 3 of the 5 names you said. Yesterday's luck ain't today's luck, but yeah. Edu needs to get his grind done, man. Because I'm sorry, but you lot were both centre mids, man. Like, you were both central midfielders, so that should be the one area that should be some certainty over. All right, Eddie, but the inconsistency is mad. There you have it. We want players you buy for a big sum to come in and perform from day one, but I promise you it doesn't always work like that. Players need time to build confidence and chemistry. Zubimendi, Antonio, Jan, and Ori Riot. Psh. Well, Brentford are saying 100 million for Ivan Toney, so unless we can do deets or something, we can forget about that. Ah, well, it's happened now, isn't it? At this point, if you had a comp of Vieira, it'd be him on the floor complaining for a penalty and his bromance with Martinelli. To be fair, there'd be 1-2 scenes from the beginning of the season, like the Fulhams, the Spurs, but there's just in this team, there's just too much man that are hot and cold. Like, there's not really enough players that I bet on. Like Declan Rice, Saka, I bet on. Odegaard, I bet on, even though you've been off the boil. Gabriel, Saliba, to a degree, I bet on you. Tomiyasu, I bet on you, even though you've got a mistake in you. Zinchenko, you're calm. Jesus, it's more of a fitness thing, but I bet on you. Partey, if fit, which is a rarity. Well, even though it wasn't the case last season, he was. there's not too many players that there's a level of extended consistency from. Bear man are hot and cold in this team. Like we're talking about it's got nothing to do with today, but we're talking about a German Champions League winner like he's a 17, 18-year-old fresh out the academy. Fabio Vieira, anytime you score, we're doing some kumbaya celebrations. As much as I love the family unity and stuff, we need to remember we're not here to make friends, you know. We're here to win stuff. And West Ham didn't have to get out of second gear today. They were just clinical when you wasn't, street smart when you wasn't, defended and attacked how they should. Every individual player was accountable. Off the ball as well, really. Like Trossard, no time on the ball. So anything David Moyes told them to do, they did it and more. Mikel Arteta, I don't think the players did that for you, but your decisions, you rubbed out. I don't know what it was. You know, maybe, you know, David Moyes is your boy. You allowed him, a bit like you and Poch. You allowed him, mistakes happen in that game. Make Arteta's always playing 4D chess. But yeah, man. I woke up early this morning in Australia. What a day. Derek, go to bed, man. Go back to bed, man. Don't waste your time. We have to hold this. Today it's I don't know. I'm definitely angry, but I was a lot angrier in the Lens and the Chelsea game, if I'm honest, even regardless of how the results went. Part of you, DG, once is enough. Don't do it to yourself. You're right there, man. I like Vieira, but I don't see where he plays. We don't have a traditional 10 role. He either gets physically wasted in Odegaard's 8 role or he's a backup right winger and he can't take on. He's a wide playmaker. With Fabio Vieira, you're a man that can do everything, but what are you? And you're right. The first thing, Fabio just needs some more intensity in his play, some more sharpness in his game, and hit the gym, man. Like, you need to do some serious nutrition stuff, man. No one good is available in January. AFCON, Asia Cup, and Euros. No one is jeopardizing their chances. There's one player from Fana, but that will do. Only saving grace is United is in tears. I mean, just so United fans can leave me alone, that's good, but like they're losing. Our first full 11 are fine. It's just beyond that. Players don't seem to pull up their socks, maybe with the exception of Trossard. But that's the thing. And if I'm harsh, was we not saying that last season? Was he not saying so? Like, as much as I asked the players to learn from their mistakes, we're going for Arteta's thing. I don't know, but oh man, there's nothing I could tell you. Look, it is what it is, people. With that being said, let's get into the player ratings. Let's start with Ramsdale. I'll give you a 4, man, because I think fans are being harsh, but your distribution terrible. Maybe could have done better. Obviously, the keeper's the last line of defense. I think you've shown why you don't play, if I'm honest with you. Ben White, not really onto you for the own goal, but I think a 4 as well. Gabriel, everyone got washed today. 4, Zinni, easy 3. Easily a 3. Easily a 3. Who is in midfield? What does it even matter? Jorginho. You know what? I allow you. I'll give Jorginho a 5, man. He was all right in the first half. Like, we all know, once you get tired and the game gets on top, it's peak for Jorginho, will it? Like, it's another one. Like, how much time you gonna keep saying the same thing and getting mad at the same dons? Like, the gaffer needs to do something about this. So a 5 for Jorginho. Fabio Vieira, you got an assist, so it takes it from a 3 to a 4. I think you're very fortunate to stay on the pitch the amount of time you did. Havertz, you know what? To be fair, I'll give you a 6, Havertz. Trossard, 4. You know, Kirill as well. Sorry, Kirill, a 4. I think, if I'm honest with you, Kirill, Jorginho, Nelson, Trossard, I think you look all right in the first half, but you lost the small little powers you lot had. You lost it, innit? Like, it was just mediocre, really. That's Trossard. Eddie, didn't see you today. Slightly a 4 as well. Really, am I being a bit generous? Like, no, let me not be guided by emotion. I didn't think Eddie got enough service. Who else was there? Nelson, 4. You know what, Eddie? I can't lie. I think with my heart, it's a 3. I was fighting it. Kirill, I think based on the second half, it's a 3. If I'm honest with you as well, you was actually doing very well. So that's Ramsdale. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ironically, people, don't forget we're doing a watch along for Newcastle versus Arsenal, so smash the like button. So that's 11. Who came off the bench? Like, Odegaard, 10 out of 10. You scored. The game was done by then. Tomiyasu, 5, you did all right. Martinelli / Saka, both 5s, because at least your half look like wingers. Who else am I missing out here? Rice, 5, you half look like a midfielder, just from you lot doing the bare minimum, really. 4 for Ramsdale, 4 for White, 4 for Gabriel, 3 for Kirill. In fact, 3 for White as well, you know, because I think that header for one of those goals was poor. 4 for Ramsdale, 3 for White, 4 for Gabriel, 3 for Kirill and Zinchenko. Zinchenko really could be minus. 5 for Jorginho, 4 for Fabio Vieira. You got a bonus point for assisting. Kai Havertz will give you a 6. Trossard 4. Eddie 3. Nelson 4. To be fair, maybe Nelson could have even got a 5, but second half everyone lost their powers. 10 out of 10 for Odegaard. Finally turn up. Can't ask anything more of you. 5 from all the subs in Tomiyasu, Martinelli, Saka, and Rice. So it is what it is. We're just gonna have to hold our licks, enjoy our bants. Smith Rowe is injured as well, which is unfortunate. Yeah. DG, you said until we buy a proper 8, we ain't serious. At least until I see midfield sorted, until we can talk and be assured with all our midfielders, away from how much he costs, but in the same way of Declan Rice, we're not serious, man. We're not serious. Yeah, cool. Occasionally, Jorginho, and then they will get away with it. A couple times, Fabio Vieira and like the Marga man, they will do all right for us. But, you know, when it's time to turn up, when it's time to be part of the trenches, when it's that ugliness of football, that beautiful ugliness, there's only certain men that are on this, and there's not too many tugs in the team. I must say, how about 6 DG? You must have a baddie lined up after the stream because you're in a good mood. I wish. The line's dead. The line's dead. DM me. But no, man, I'm normally harsh on Havertz. In fact, yeah, you know what? It's a 5. It's a 5. It's a 5. 5 for Havertz. You did all right. The best I've seen. Maybe I'm being a bit generous to Havertz because that's the best I've ever seen him play. I don't know the extent of Smith Rowe's injury, man. Arteta, 3. You know, the subs when they needed to come on, certain man shouldn't have started. Everyone fucked up today, man. And on that note, people, why am I going to waste you lot's time, man? I might as well let you lot get out of it. I'll be here at some point tomorrow to stream our reaction to the game. We'll speak about the game and everything. I'm going to go watch it again. And any other Arsenal talking points that pop up. I'm going to go and edit some videos after that. So make sure notifications are on. The weekend, we're obviously going to watch Newcastle United against Arsenal. Let's hope we're not saying these same things. There's nothing I can say to you lot in it, apart from winning, losing, and drawing. It comes with the territory, man. So, yeah. Marcel, go away, man. Go away, man. Go away, man. We really lost 3. We actually lost 3-0 today, innit, people? We really drew ourselves out today, didn't we? Damn. I ain't getting mad, man. Some of them players didn't care today. Why should we, man? So, yeah, it is what it is. But again, unlike the players, you lot's consistency, you lot's appreciation for the content, and my appreciation for you lot is unmatched. You lot are always amazing people. You lot were like West Ham today, you know. So, yeah, it's nice to see you lot put your feet. I don't even know what to say. You lot just show up in it. I just want to go. You lot put you lot just want it, bro. I'm bare stuttering and stuff. Do you know why I'm stuttering, people? Because I'm getting angry about Paqueta doing that thing. Paqueta flicking it over man's head. Mavropanos doing dribbling. Bowen with one eye, can't even see. But you lot put up or shut up, and you lot put up today. So, yeah, blood, bare stuttering. Coming like Zinchenko defending, innit? Crazy. But yeah, thank you lot, man. Wembley dreams and that. We've been to Wembley. We've won something today. Allow it. I mean, this season, allow it. And with Marcel's nonsense, I'm getting out of here. Zinchenko can have all them other things, but he can't do this.
Against this right back, Charlie, definitely.